Good evening, everyone. We have another exciting stream for y'all tonight. DT here in the booth, bringing you another 2-5 no limit hold'em game here from Texas Courthouse, Houston.
Oh my goodness.
Right in the action we go. This will be the first hand. We got some new faces and some familiar faces coming into the game tonight. Glad to see some of these returning. Actually, Huang is a returning face. Just haven't seen him in a while. Yeah, it's been a minute. We'll get to player introductions in a second. Hope everyone out there is having a good evening. Thank you for joining me tonight. Huang's gonna win this one.
Hitting the gym,
unless Noah hits the queen.
I can see it. It's working, whatever you're doing.
Do you have a cocktails button, or you just have to yell it?
You'll find out.
You tell the.
Yeah, I see how
Ace high no good. Don't know the action factor.
I did another workout.
Confusing.
Like an hour ago.
Oh, I can hear myself talking to Noah. There's my ugly self, for those of y'all who haven't seen me in a while. Don't have green hair anymore.
Destroyed.
No more green hair. Don't know if I'm going to color it again, or I'm just going to leave it black.
We do the workout at the end.
Hopefully I'll be able to make a turn sometime.
I'm like getting super lightheaded, and the trainer can kind of
see when we have Noah,
like, hey,
C2 we have Cobb, 3 creams,
I was of course
back,
embarrassed.
4
I'm like,
Andrews
no,
back.
fine. I was in the bathroom
C5,
laying on tile floor trying to like, because you know, when you haven't worked out forever,
Evan,
you go
both
hard.
those I believe were returning players.
It was
C7, Robert, C8, the Catman himself, C9, the Legend MF, who will be departing us at 8:30 if I had to guess. Great lineup for y'all. It's going to be an exciting evening. Catman opening King Queen suited. MF just calling with Ace King. Noah defending a straddle. King Queen out flopping Ace King. MF gonna take the bait. Catman sets a trap. No folds. No, Catman wants to play it. Just call. Domination rotation, then domination re-rotation. Suck out, re-suck out. Catman's hand went from being really strong on the flop to now very medium. We don't beat a whole lot now. Catman gonna make the call.
We call it a bad read in poker.
Clean run out for MF now. Checks it back. Wins it showdown. Nice little pickup.
She's really looking at it. She's like,
wait, what year is it?
she's like, I don't think you are like old enough.
Some healthy starting stacks for a 2-5 game. You know, we're just sitting down with $6,500. Green's got 3.5. Cobb's got close to 4. It's kind of interesting that the short stacks in this game are over 200 big blinds. Well, with the straddle on, it's not quite that. This will be a 2-5, mostly 10 game for the evening. Most of the time, the players agree to a round of straddles for the entire stream. Auto straddle. Just auto straddle. Green limping Jack 10. No 7 deuce game. Huang's got a pair. Gotta bump it up. Grim, the only person that got dealt a playable hand.
They're too short.
Okay.
Are you on the list?
It's like everybody got 300.
Yeah, I was gonna say you'd be bored over there.
Set of deuces, no waiting. Not gonna get much action here. Checks it behind. I mean, it's a very dry flop. Kareem turns a draw to the nuts. Huang, I imagine, is gonna start betting here for value. There's 2 draws out here now. Straight draws, flush draws. Now you gotta charge pairs, kings and queens. The way Kareem's played his hand, we only lose to 3s. I like this overbet. Kareem just folds. His draw.
Everybody gonna want to see that shit. I had it.
He did indeed have it.
I am not sick. Not even a little bit.
Is it too early to get into the Black Hawk down? I mean, what do you think about this?
It's terrible.
But what do we? I mean, it seems very hard to believe. Like,
It didn't happen?
no, that it happened. Like that it could even happen. I know it happened. We saw it. But I mean, a Blackhawk, like, this is a very big, very open, like,
Kareem in the
they can
straddle.
see very easily. It's not.
The mid game will be starting
ever been in one?
presumably soon.
It's
2-8
not
for
like
Andrew.
visibility is like, you know, really hard, and you can't see. Like, you can see everything. It's just weird. It's just so bizarre that it happened. Like,
My understanding is that this is Obama's fault somehow.
Yeah, yeah.
And calling Jack off and low jack. That man got a suited king on the button, gonna make the call. No, with their goods.
they're in your ear.
Gonna
No, there
bump it
definitely
up.
has to be some kind of.
See if Andrew wants to set mine.
I mean, the
What
plane
this
has
hand would be
blind spots.
doing.
The big plane, they can sometimes.
Most of the
cannot see
king's
it,
gone.
so
Does make a
it's not-
discipline
I mean,
lay
I
down.
feel like it's more on the Black
Evan's
Hawk
hand
down
looks
than
like-
anybody.
It could be a freak
Looks
action,
real
but
bad now.
my dad
Catman's
works
hand looks
in,
real bad now.
like,
Nice
like
pickup
industrial
with
safety.
ace king high.
And most of the time,
I know.
these things are like, there was gross negligence.
Ace was actually in pretty good shape.
somewhere along the line,
Two of the kings dead. An ace was dead. One eight was dead.
Most of the
But
time.
Yeah.
then ace and two of the kings dead.
Yeah, you say
Ace,
two controllers.
pretty good shape.
Not, not communicating.
You would just think like. I
No,
mean, I
I'll
hate
just
it when
watch
my
that.
Audi like automatically
pots.
stops when I get too close to a car, like if if it thinks I'm in danger. But you would think planes like that would have something that just automatically kicked in and said, okay, this is.
But you don't have
past.
friction in the air though, bro. You know
No,
what I mean?
I
It's
know.
more like sailing or something.
Yeah, but you have radar that can be
I
it's
have
like
lots
two
of
magnets.
thoughts.
Once they
and
get too close, they
input
start
on
going
what
away.
Bobby has
It's
to
kind
say,
of the
but I'm
same
not going
thing.
to get super into it.
They could do it. I mean,
No opening ace 10 suited. Cobb has a 3-bettable hand. Let's see if he takes that action. And I believe the two are going to go to war.
Yeah.
No, got a great hand to defend the button with. Could 4-bet too. These players are very deep.
It's definitely sad, obviously.
Chooses 2 4-bet. Cobb's hand shrivels up now. See if he wants to take a flop. See if he's got a little bit of gamble in him early on. It's a pretty good price. It's only 250 more. You are out of position, and it's going to be really hard to realize your equity
We
with
have
this
to be
hand.
respectful on the stream. Do we have to?
You don't have to. You can say motherfucker.
Do whatever you want.
As a general rule, if Tim is at the table,
Makes
you
a
do not have
discipline
to
to lay down. It is a good fold,
know how to do
considering
that.
his hearts are
This is
dominated.
like a lot of things I want to say.
You need your hearts
What kind
to
of
be live.
disrespectful things you want to say? Say it.
Incredibly
Who are you
deep.
trying to
Cobb
pick
could have
on?
gone both ways.
Let's test it.
Yeah,
Test it.
As long as
Let's test it.
I will say this. As
Could
long
have
as we are not
played
we are not talking about
with
the
politics,
hand.
there's no.
I like the route he took though, and I like Noah's line.
Like harassment.
No politics.
Yeah, no
Raise your
politics.
hand if you believe in God.
We can we don't have.
I love that from Kareem.
Yeah.
I'd like to once again to thank everybody joining me tonight for another 250 in the home stream here from Texas Card House Houston. Hope everyone in chat is having a good evening so far. We have
Noah with the
Great lineup
impeccable
prediction.
4-bet. Nobody ever catch him.
Well, you can't catch me if I always have it.
along with the commentary.
Call.
Probably
You
just
can't
leave
catch
him
me
in
if I always
like,
have it. I don't bluff. How many times I tell you I don't bluff? I don't bluff. I just run pure. They only deal me aces and kings. It's just like everybody else, right?
Call.
that could be a true statement.
I came Saturday and we started drinking bottles of wine, and we were like,
Oh, yeah.
we were like 4 bottles in. I thought it would help my game. I think I dunked it off about 5 or 6. I was bluffing into like everywhere, and people were just calling me. I'm like, all right, I'm going home. I just like,
Usually it works if you're running good.
this didn't work either. This is bad.
The one time I smoked weed and played poker, I got so paranoid I thought everybody had the nuts, and I folded every hand.
Polar opposite.
Dude, this is the
I
dumbest
don't know
thing
if
I've ever
alcohol
done
makes me
watching
play
Limitless.
better.
Just.
I definitely keep gambling. I can still think everything through, but
A little bit of LSD in my system.
Okay.
I get drunk way too fast. Then I just want to go to sleep.
Can I start a tab?
That.
How much are those?
Fuck, I dropped my wallet somewhere. Is it on me?
Much,
Do I win?
Dookie
Surrender,
hands.
please.
Oh, Andrew's got a hand.
Surrender?
The wallet's in your ticket, right?
Blind versus blind.
Oh,
Gonna most certainly coming for just lips. That's surprising. We're calling with the 7-3 off. Let's see what he wants to do. So we make it 75.
Trying to find my wallet.
Andrew didn't limp to fold this hand.
You're about to get in so much trouble.
I got you, brother.
Oh shit, sweet.
Just keep it
This is a tournament play, gentlemen. All the tournament fuckers, all the tournament people
When you
play
come
like
back,
that.
I'll have a Coke Zero. No rush. I'm sorry. Coke Zero.
Top
No
pair
rush,
for
though.
Andrew.
I should have ordered it before, but I was.
Down bet from Kwong. Andrew's going nowhere with top pair. August Johnson, a little bit of alcohol is great for your game.
Yeah.
I think alcohol can do wonders for people who
Oh, that's good.
are
Yeah, I think that's
not shy.
That's like a friend of mine. He would. He was taking.
I guess on the tighter side,
and use them as mixers.
it can create a problem because it could make you too loose. I mean, it's a pretty fine line. It could also make, like, I guess, it made Noah paranoid
When they're leaving town for a
from
day, they're so
weed.
worried about leaving so
So
early.
stuff like that could happen. But like Robert was saying, is alcohol just made him bluff a bunch.
Fuck.
Kwong knows he's in a lot of trouble now. Pot size bet left. That's a terrible run out for Andrew's hand. See if he can hold on. Kwong gives up. Good give up. I think Kwong would have bet bluffed diamonds. Nice pickup there from Andrew. His hand couldn't have taken a lot of pressure if Andrew had shown Kwong his hand. He would have gone for it. I mean, that's the type of hand you want to put in a tough spot.
Calling a shot for sure, you stuck. Tournament players play bad. I play them exactly how.
When's your app gonna be ready?
That is, I don't have the experience to really know the answer to that.
Is someone overseas?
How about y'all out there?
No, I'm
Do y'all
doing-
drink when y'all play?
Yeah, yeah.
I know there's two takes to it. I know some people do it because
started
they
out-
treat
I
poker
had
as
to,
much
like,
more of a
refactor
social
it.
outing.
Fucking around.
I
And there's some
accidentally
people
used
who
a framework
treat
that was
poker as like a
supposed to
super
be
serious
over
hobby.
Right.
and
I think
asking
both
something different
both
from mobile.
takes are good.
But it's coming along. My goal is before the end of the year,
How much? I'll just pay you.
at least for a beta, not for like a college.
Okay.
Bunch of bad hands getting dealt out. Let's see if the straddle has something. Straddle's got a suited super gapper. We'll call that defendable. Royal flush draw for Robert. Way the best hand right now. Gonna bet and take it probably. I don't think Evan's gonna get out of line here. Nice takedown. I feel like whenever I flop a royal flush draw specifically, I want to see the other two cards. I just want to see if I get there. That's when rabbit hunting matters the most to me.
I don't think it's gonna work.
See if you can make a straight flush or a royal flush. That's when it matters most. Not a lot of hands have been dealt out. I know sometimes we start off the stream with a bunch of fire. We need a collision course. Want people some train wrecks, metaphorically speaking. This isn't gonna help it. These hands aren't gonna do it. Without a Nick game, these hands are all gonna hit the muck. Suited ace. These Evan and Bobby gonna go. Oh, Bobby defending the Jack 4. Ace high once again. Way the best hand. Gonna bet and take it. I like it, Bobby. Defend the Jack 4. Defend your straddle.
I haven't played the orange for a long time, but
But you said that's where you live, right?
yeah. I don't really play poker right now.
Okay.
I'm going in 2 weeks.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, really?
No, I'm going like right after the Super Bowl, but no, I'm just visiting my brother. Maybe I'll play at the Caesars. 'cause it's still there.
Ever since I started playing poker here in Texas, I haven't really wanted to play poker anywhere else I've gone. I've played poker in other places, but it just doesn't feel as good as it is here.
Yeah, I heard it.
I don't know. It's nuts here. A couple of years ago, when all these clubs started opening up, getting this big resurgence. Man, it's great. HV is not here tonight. I don't think he's left yet. I talked to him earlier today. He will be leaving soon. We will not be having HV on stream for a couple of months. He will be in Vietnam.
You have
Sad.
to have low expectations if you lose.
Getting as much poker in as he can before he has to leave. Kwong, 3-betting my favorite hand. Andrew going to defend the 10-7 suited. This is my favorite hand, Andrew.
Oh man, I can just let him go like that. Come on, nick him.
See that?
There we go. Now we got the
Yeah,
nickname.
wait 15 minutes. Oh, let's put the nick game up.
No.
What's
Don't call me out like that, buddy.
call you out? No, I'm not
Nick
calling you
game,
out.
Nick game, man. I lose every time.
That's good. That's what we want.
I hate that app.
Give me
Nick
the
game's going to be great. For those of y'all that don't know the Nick game or are new to it, if only
nick game out.
there are different versions that are going around. The version
How's
we
that work?
play
I
is
never really played.
the, I guess, the second version that came out.
After you take
Everybody
down,
gets a little placard.
Oh, sorry.
Whenever you win a hand, you show your hand, you get rid of your
Once you
placard. The
win
last
a hand,
person,
you show your hand, and then you
Oh, I'll let
get rid
Catman
of this
explain it.
button. If you are the last one who holding you, you pay 200 penalty for splash pot. Even though you got stacked, you still need to pay 200 out. If you not continue playing, then yes, you have to pay 200.
It's important
Yes.
not to forget to table your hand.
Yes,
'cause if
nobody
you don't
gonna
show,
remind you, so table your hand.
please don't
yourself.
remind people to show their
Don't
hands.
remind someone else.
Yeah, do not remind anybody. If they forget, they forget.
Ace Queen now. Great hand to pick up at the beginning
I
of the
got so
game.
annoyed on the champion stream when we had Tamayo on. Because everybody's like, alright, we're going to play a mid game.
You can just let him walk.
And he's like, everybody knows how the mid game goes, right? He's like,
Catman
yeah.
going to defend. Looks like
And then you want a hand.
And
you
F
went to
gonna
muck
defend
it,
too.
and somebody almost said something.
Jack
I'm
6
like,
suited and Ace Queen versus Ace
and then you
Queen.
seem like the bad guy. I'm like,
Dude's
oh,
covered
I'm
by
sorry.
each-
We gotta
each
feel
player.
bad for the main event winner. Like, we gotta give him special treatment for the mid game. Fuck off. Dad.
Jack
Like,
6 flops the best equity.
Right? Like, we literally asked if everybody knows how to play this
He's
game.
clearly one of the best players in the world.
Catman
Show his hand.
letting it get,
No sympathy for that guy.
turning the best hand, Jack 6.
Yeah, like,
Checks
I'm
through.
sure he's okay
Ace or
with it.
Queen would be disastrous. Oh, Catman might get the max here.
Or he just wins another hand.
Exactly. He didn't even end up losing.
MF
That
calls.
was the bad guy.
Top pair, top kicker. No reverse top pair. Folds.
I didn't see that. I didn't see the stick.
I got saved to help $5. Yeah, 2 people on Monday.
MF saves no money. If MF had folded, no would have called.
I'm surprised Wes forgot.
Guppy forgot, and we were only going crazy, and then
saw the
like,
green,
Wes
I
was
didn't
like, I
see the
never
stick.
forgot, and then like got in. We were in an in-depth conversation about that meeting. I talked to the need for.
All right, I can go take a
Everyone
smoke
was
now.
going
Hell yeah.
crazy. Guppy, that was a crazy sweat watching
Hell yeah.
that go into the muck.
I played when we were playing in the room right here. Nick,
Nick? You call
Tim
Nick?
went on a little rant about how he's never lost the mid game and proceeds to lose it like 2 times within a couple of hours.
Catman has never. Every
was
time
saying
he
that
tells
for a
you
while,
he's
and
never
then I
lost
lost
the
it
game,
twice.
he means that day.
Don't you guys read?
He doesn't mean in general.
You never tempt the gods, bro. Like
Never.
hubris. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't lost the
I
game.
am looking forward to see how Quan's performance tonight is.
I punt this, I go on.
Alright, somebody.
Catman,
Oh,
of
come
course,
on,
the
yeah.
first to get rid of his nick game.
Hey,
You have to let him walk.
Kwong
like
gets a
that.
walk.
Walk it
These
out.
are all really bad hands. Ace high was way the best
oh, I
hand.
thought he was leaving.
No, I thought you were walking
I
outside.
thought you were
instead.
leaving. I was going to tell you that.
Oh, we almost had a mic.
Helper.
We haven't had one of those yet.
I thought.
No bad mic incident.
Yeah, last time Noah went to Russian. All we heard.
Still waiting for that. Catman joking, of course.
There was
we haven't.
a competitive stream that it was like a celebrity one, and the guy went to the restroom and he had the mic on and he knew it. Yeah. He's like, I can't believe I'm losing to Cantu. I mean, he's horrible. I mean, how could I lose to Cantu?
That was like at the Lodge or,
Yeah.
or Hustler?
No, Champions. Was that Champions?
Oh, was it Champions?
Yeah.
Oh.
He goes, I can't believe I'm losing this guy. I mean, who loses to Cantu? It's so funny.
He knew he had it,
Yeah,
right?
he knew he had it on. He was
Oh.
doing it on purpose. Yeah.
Andrew with ace jack and a nip button.
It's hard to miss.
Yeah.
No
Well,
one getting
yeah,
dealt.
but
Oh,
you're
MF
supposed to
with
turn
a
it
playable
off.
hand
Yeah.
now. Gonna bump
So
it
it's
up.
not that- yeah, you can forget to turn it
You
off.
can't forget for sure.
I like this MF. When we first started playing the stream game, MF would never do this. Never 3-bet king queen off from the small blind. But he's learned from us. He's picked up some moves.
Oh, I did.
All right, I'll buy out right now for 150 guys.
He gets away with it. Shows his button.
Thanks on that. Only one that wouldn't.
I would hope.
Everyone loves seeing
No, Tim
when
would
players
say that too. Are you kidding me right now?
kind of evolve their game.
Oh, okay. Then
What if you don't throw your knit button in it? Is that,
Well, as long as
is
you
that
table
something?
with it.
Okay,
I think there's a
That's a
little
different
gray
kind of-
area.
No,
where
what
some-
happened
we-
before it was
we were
that,
discussing
like, you
playing
win the pot and then
where
showing
a version
me
where
your hand.
you have to get rid of it. You physically have to give it to the dealer to
Not
get rid
saying
of it.
anything. And then,
And then if someone reminds you about a hand, they get another nib button.
Oh no, I showed. Yeah,
We were-
yeah.
I mean, we were trying to make this as complicated as possible.
You didn't table.
I've definitely,
But the way they're doing it is if you table your hand and it's acknowledged that
and then lost it.
your nib button's gone, you got rid of it.
Let me guess who's gonna lose a Nick in this one.
He have a strong.
I wonder if they're making side bets on who's going to lose in the game.
Like
Yeah,
that.
that's fine. As long as he paid. I don't mind.
Yeah.
I've lost in that game a handful of times in my poker career. Not fun.
Actually, we should be playing fast.
Yeah,
Ah,
7 raises 35.
Robert. One of my buddy's favorite hands, Queen 8 suited. Cobb gonna defend the Jack 7 off.
call announced.
Queen, that's not a loose call. Queen 6 suited after raising a call. The straddle's perfectly defendable. Robert just flops the joint. See if he can make any money. Checks it back. Very deceptive. Cobb with a Jack of Diamonds. Gonna start bluffing here. Betting like he has a Jack high flush, but little does he know he's run into it. The way Robert's played with it, yeah, just calls.
That's up.
Clean river for Robert. Cobb, let's see if he wants to continue bluffing. Robert has played his hand very strangely. Like he's got ace queen, ace jack,
225.
and unfortunately Robert's got the goods. He's gonna most certainly raise here. You have the second nuts. Cobb's gonna 3-bet king jack.
600.
I like the sizing.
Hell yeah.
Not that hard.
Hell yeah.
Robert's not lying. It's not that.
Damn,
It's not.
got there on the flop, huh?
One pair.
When did you feel good?
One pair.
Earlier.
Robert
Hell yeah.
Cobb looking a little discouraged.
One pair.
I like
hell yeah.
the bluff. I don't like
I mean, I haven't seen you in forever.
the sizing.
It's been a while.
I think a lot of
been
Robert's
hiding. I do that
strong
sometimes
hands
too.
are going to call
I've been hiding too.
Usually because guys
the
like this
pot,
beat
close
up
to
on
pot
me.
size
I go and
bets, and you want to make them all kind of feel the same.
Poker player never complains. Never.
yeah, exactly.
I'm not saying. I think he should have gone for a super big bluff or anything.
Damn.
Abu doesn't complain either.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's a happy person. He happy as well.
He was complaining at birth.
It's very easy to get rid of your knit button when you raise and flop it.
Watch. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, girl.
Nope. No 10-3 suited. Thought Evan was going to fold or raise that. Bobby going to come in here with the Jack-10 off. Cannon holding a suited connector. The clean diaper.
True story.
Surprised. I guess he doesn't have a knit button.
Absolute favorite hand. I'm gonna tell you guys what
Cobb.
it
Oh, Robert just
I hope
called.
we don't see it.
Andrew trying to get rid of his knit button. 6-5 suited. Love it.
Yeah, punish
A bunch of limps.
Lean on it, Andrew.
Everyone's shown weakness.
Lean on him.
Robert not gonna give it up yet. Gonna defend Cobb's hand. It's pretty bad.
Now you guys are
Kareem's
making
hand's
sure
pretty
everybody's
bad.
dying.
I am gonna.
Absolutely dying.
I'm gonna go take a smoke break and look at the stream. I don't smoke, but I'm gonna take a smoke break.
I'm never gonna sleep.
Heads up.
I know. Well, you got him to play.
6 in the window. Andrew flops the best hand. Very dry. See how he wants to play this. Robert's gonna have a lot of pairs. I like the check. It's a good turn. We can start betting for
I'm actually mad it's on.
a little equity denial now. I don't think Robert would check back a 9.
4 bets, 7,
I think we're just trying to deny equity versus face cards, and yeah,
6 bets.
I like the way Andrew played his hand. Played it well. Nice.
How did he
Take
how
down.
did he do that? That was pretty good. Flopped it.
Nailed it.
It's hard to flop a pair in this game. You only flop a pair 1 out of every 3 hands, or three flops you see with the hand.
I did what I do best. Wait, air. Wait, I sound like a boo. Sorry. I'll stop.
Players talking about other players who complain a lot. There's always that one person in a game who overshares, overcomplains. Oh, I folded what would have been the nuts, or my draws aren't hitting today. They fold all my draw would have hit. There's always one of those in the game.
6 fold, 7, 8 fold.
Aces for MF. He doesn't even have a nib button.
1 raises 1, 5.
Oh, this is gonna be a clash. Noah's got 10s. Andrew with King 10. 40's not gonna do it. See how if MF wants to play it.
Buddy, the camera is on. I'm playing tight now. Don't worry about me. don't. This is like empty space. Don't worry about
I
me.
need the Ron Burgundy clip.
MF gonna click it back a little bit. I'm gonna make it 340, I think.
Why do you get burned to Noah?
Noah's now got a weird spot with 2 10s. MF not one to get super out of line here. So I think Noah's just gonna play in position.
1 call.
Noah looking for a 10. I don't know if Noah can get away from this. 9 high board. 1 bet.
How much is this? I made my bed here, huh? Alright, MF, I'm gonna get you a double, don't worry. Just let me find out how much I owe you first.
Noah predicting the future. I mean, it's just real hard when we call with 10s pre-flop and then we see this flop.
150.
I mean, if we
Once or
just
twice?
It's up to you.
Twice.
Okay.
don't see a 10, this is about the best case scenario.
Turn.
That's not a 10. Noah needs a 10 to get.
I had ace 9. For what that's worth. I don't know if it's worth not.
Aces. Gonna take the first board. I don't think Noah has any 9, so if I was in MF spot, I'd feel pretty happy. I'd feel pretty good with aces here.
Aces.
Aces? Yeah, that's him.
MF with a clean double up with aces. Just coolering Noah here. Blind versus blind.
Just so the table knows, I can be bought if a whale walks in. Just so you know, it won't be expensive either. It'll be really reasonable. Just give me the head nod. I'll get up.
Tim's already here, brother. We got our whale.
Players asking.
What? What?
Well, MF has a bedtime, so.
MF does have a bedtime, Cobb. But his bedtime isn't for another 2 hours.
But it's
So we won't see that.
8:30.
It used to be 8.
8:30 at the most. If I lose 8:30 extend, that's why
8 to 8:30.
I don't want curfew to break it and
I
problem.
let myself get walked.
I know I've said this before. I think he's only ever stayed for late for the stream once. Every other time, he's gone at 8, 8:30.
Story of my life,
10
buddy.
o'clock. 9 o'clock is 8:30 is already. How to
God,
explain?
God had given me.
I'll give it to
Every day I
him.
work
Up, keeps games booming. Doesn't matter. MF leaves when he wants to leave. when he said he's gonna leave.
Jam flop, I was going to. So.
Sub loop. Well, I got doubled up. Head. No, I got bite.
Cheering for you, Bobby.
Okay. I need it.
Bobby opening
He's the opener.
ace nine suited under the gun.
All I care about is buttons.
Cobb calls. Evan comes along with a wheel
I'm
ace.
extra cheering for Bobby right now.
Yeah, you're saying defense.
They're trying to convince the table to play 10-handed, which isn't possible.
Classically.
Make room for Duke. Cobb outflops everybody. Top pair, good kicker. Bobby gonna c-bet this. Has backdoor clubs, an ace. Can rep a lot on this. Cobb with his nip button not going anywhere. Don't need to raise this board. It's fairly dry. You want him to keep barreling with the hands that we're beating. We don't want him to fold those immediately. Clean turn. Hope he doesn't have 8-9. Bobby does have a9. He could turn his hand into a bluff. I don't think Cobb has 8-9 out of frequency here. See what Cobb wants to do. Go for value. If this had been the 6 of clubs, it would have been a stick spot for Bobby to check raise. Let's see what Bobby wants to do with his ace high. The only hand that Cobb could call pre-flop, then call flop with, and bet turn that would be just queen jack.
Was that live?
Even better.
So he's just gonna give up.
Was
Not
that
a lot
live?
of,
Like, did the
not a lot of bluffs.
Good.
Yep. Cobb shows the best hand.
Boo!
Just off there.
No one's shown a bluff yet for the net game.
Pretty good if your competitor doesn't have anything.
Wow, man.
It's really
I
good.
didn't think you had much, but like, there's a lot of rivers that make it even harder for me to get paid.
I don't think.
I was thinking, but
I'm not
then I
folding
decided
crazy.
he has a king or a 10. I thought maybe he might not be able to
I'm
get
not
it.
folding if you check.
That's right. He's not
Bad news.
folding.
It's too sketchy.
I'm
It's
done.
like, what do you?
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Fuck.
what? You have 8-9. Come on. Or the straight.
I did.
It'd be a sick play with aces, though. It'd be pretty sick.
I did.
I think it would be a sick play with a lot of hands. I think there are a lot of hands Bobby could actually check raise because the way Cobb
Is it
played
live
this
now
hand.
on live stream?
Yeah, it's like when she wear the headset, it's like
Don't worry, bro. We didn't tell the FBI. No
Nobody.
authorities watching.
Yeah, if you're allowed to use a moniker on stream. You don't have to use your real name. So
You think
FBI
I'm
doesn't have
gonna
to
tell
know.
Homeland Security? Nah, bro. Not in this administration. I'm keeping my head down.
Funny comment from Kareem. Hope everybody out there is having a good evening. Thank you for joining me. Glad to have y'all with me. DT here in the booth for this 2-5 no limit hold'em game here, which is basically a 2-5-10 game with the sometimes 20. $10 straddle always going to be on tonight. Always. Always, always, always. Question is, will the 20 be on? And it is on right now. Catman going to defend the wheel ace versus Kareem's king jack suited. Ace high, way the best hand. Kareem completely whiffs. See how he wants to play this. He's going to c-bet. Look to play some turns.
175.
Just throws it. Kareem rolls over the king jack. Not the best hand, but this is where betting lead matters. Being the aggressor.
there's
Two
nothing,
very
only
nice
king
paired
nines.
Pretty good.
Backdoor straight draw, backdoor pair draw.
Kind of puts you on front door.
Being,
You put me on
being the
your
aggressor just matters
I
so
like
much
fair
in this
draw.
game. Especially
All the fair
in this
draws.
group
So my ace
of
Make it
players.
right
This
away.
lineup where you want to have the betting
I was
lead.
only gonna go
You
to
want
this.
to be the person with the uncapped big range.
Yeah, no shot. You shut it
Not a
down.
lot of blood
Nah,
other
he's
than the
gonna
aces
shut
versus
it down.
It
tens.
depends on how the turn.
Lots of small pots tonight.
Ace comes
It's one
Like a
cooler.
deuce.
You think I turn
Blind
down
versus
an
blind.
ace? Nah. When I turn the gun,
Actually, no.
You
Top
pretend you
pair
have the
card.
ace.
I'll shut down on the 10.
Yeah, top.
And like an 8.
Top,
Ace come, you
And like a
bet
seven.
like you have it.
maybe a spade,
Was there just straight on the board?
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably should have. Alright, I like it.
maybe. No, but that's still most of the deck you keep going. It's a good chunk of the deck.
Actually, no. I look at Tim, and then I read his soul, and then I decide.
That's really how you play poker. You just look at a person straight in the eyes and read their
Do you
soul.
believe in soulmates, Tim?
Just pot and pray, man. What are we doing? We'll go 30.
Cobb gonna open King 8 suited
My prayer card.
to 30.
You want to go for it?
Your what? Your what?
My prayer card. They don't listen to me. I had to give it
Along
up.
with the pair, gonna 3-bet.
You just say pot and you pray. And you hope they fold.
That only counts if your prayers get listened to. I'm not allowed to pray. So
I just felt like you had a big because
it's
that's
against my religion.
ace good. Ace
Nice pickup with 3s. Don't have to flip for it. Just pick up the dead money.
Release it, freedom was fish now. You can stay in it.
If I'm Kwong though, I kind
Yeah,
of
you
when I
said-
3-bet someone with 3s,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
we
want them to
didn't have
gamble a
it
little bit.
Yeah, because it's true. You cannot say religion. You cannot do this. You cannot do that.
Nice
Tim will
takedown.
show you now.
What was the best hand?
Tim will show you now.
Very easily could have stayed the best hand.
Of course,
Well, he's nominated.
should be because he did a lot of.
For no piece price?
Time's done.
I don't know who still has nib buttons.
20 is live.
I believe Noah,
Oh, Jesus
Why
Christ.
did something with
doing
something
it.
that too?
All by himself.
Sure.
Noah and Evan. I don't think this is heads up. I think there's one more out there.
Returns back to earth.
Just gotta have more babies.
Just have
Preferably white babies.
Is it head something game now?
Yep, I guess it is. Heads up. Noah with the 20 on. Huang got nothing going on. Robert got nothing. Catman got nothing. No one has anything.
Oh my god, you guys like what? Just putting all the pressure like
Why? You know, let him have it, man.
You know what?
Is Noah gonna get a walk? This would be disgusting.
Oh my god. What is
Wow! Noah gets a walk and has the
Muck the card!
God, that would have been the ultimate.
That was so.
that went in the
that would have
ball,
felt
you
so
It would
good.
have been disgusting if he had scooped them up before he got them over.
When they
As
fold
he
their
mucked them
hands
face
on
down.
clear, just muck that card.
Yeah, just grab it. Don't wait.
I was pretty quick on it. That was
Yeah.
one
He got
motion.
it. He
We'll
retrieved
tip
his
you
card quick.
$5 next time if you grab it
Yeah.
quicker.
That was the one motion. Dude, if that thing had gone in the mark, everybody would have been like,
She went regular.
He had the best hand. He was
I
gonna
thought
win
she
it.
did great.
If someone had read, there's no way he wasn't getting rid of
Boo,
his
Noah, boo.
that hand.
Nick button.
I'm gonna call
That was one motion, you know. It took me one motion.
I'm not a mathematician, but you gotta revisit your
That's super hot, yeah. That's
your
Inside
concept
the
of
ball.
one.
Yeah.
After reviewing
You went like this. That would be one.
You still gotta
That's
tell
wild.
me that.
Noah getting a walk as it heads up in the mid game.
Stands for sure.
It's not gonna feel good for Evan. So this will be the splash pot.
We didn't have enough evidence to overturn the.
Cobb's gonna let pseudo connector.
Oh my god, that was so close.
Don't forget, guys. There's $200 more in the middle than they're showing because this is splash pot.
y'all trapping me. Go
Fun,
ahead.
of adventure, of anticipation. I'm just building suspense.
Andrew limps 10s. Huang raises 9s.
Not over. Now you.
Evan's gonna 3-bet 7-6 with spades, going after his money. Robert's got
Oh my
7.
God, you have
Oh,
a fence?
now we're getting a
Why you hop the
collision.
fence, man?
Catman has the fold. He's suited. Yeah, all the 9s and 8s are gone.
Fence hopper.
10's looking great now. Cobb folds. Cream gonna fold. Andrew now gonna spring the trap. Doesn't, just calls. Huang now getting a great price. The call.
I thought you were gonna bump it
I
up.
know what you
Below
I
six,
would have
please.
really loved to see Andrew squeeze here with a stack size and so much money in the
Below
middle.
6.
I think we just could have been all in. And now Bobby and Evan are going to get to realize their equity. Ace high board. No one loves it except for Bobby, who has a flush draw. But 2 of them are folded.
All black, please.
Evan's going to c-bet this like he has it.
500.
Bobby going to go nowhere. 8 high. The best hand between these two. Will Andrew fold his 10s? He does. Gets out of the way. Kwon gets out of the way. 8 high is the best hand. If this somehow gets to showdown. Oh no, he just turns the flush. See how Evan wants to proceed. See what Bobby wants to do.
All in.
And Evan, unfortunately, I mean, he should be glad it's not the 4 of hearts. A little bit of posturing. don't know what. I've never seen those graphics in the background before in my life. That was cool.
Good fold.
Folds.
Good fold.
Bobby.
Not a shove.
Well, I had queen nine hearts.
Kidding. Show one. Alright, that's.
No shot, you got king 7. Queen nine hearts. Oh my god. You say all of it? Here. All of it too.
That 7 is.
Indeed, if
I never
Catman
hit
had
the
seen the
Asian
flop,
nuts
he would,
ever. It's like the
and
first
then seen
time
the
ever
turn, he
in
would have
my
gotten
entire
all
life.
of it. All of it.
Thank you.
I think he was just a little gun shy between by Andrew there pre-flop. I think if he had squeezed all in,
Stacking it for sure.
it would have been fantastic.
You were stacking me?
Queen nine hearts.
Oh. Yes.
And
You have to put all in case one more
the whole
time.
complaint, you didn't pay the money to see the flop. Bobby did. Paid the money to see the turn. Got rewarded. Actually had the best hand.
You did all the hard work there. Go ahead.
Chip.
Yeah.
Okay. 25. Oh,
Evan opening up Jack 10 suited.
yeah, not in my hand. When you think I go south.
Catman gonna call. No new Nick game. Deck just concluded the old one. Nice pickup from Bobby too. No gamble, no future.
Do we start a next hand?
Start a new Nick game. Oh, Catman with a 3-bet. Evan gonna defend the Jack 10 suited. These two players have plenty of history.
For next dealer, not so soon.
Ace high, way the best hand. Catman probably gonna take this down with the C-bet. Evan has connected nada with this.
I think you got 2 requests for holds. I know.
I always feel so bad to not connect with Jack 10 suited somehow. It's just the ultimate suited connector. That's what it is. It's the ultimate
Yeah.
suited connector.
That's very nice of you. You want to change?
Nice.
You want?
We're waiting for. Oh.
I don't think we're starting yet.
It wasn't really big.
Hey, no problem. Go ahead to start. I'll take a small. I'm gonna win anyway.
I just, someone really big nice. I just have to-
They're gonna wait to start the next Nick game. Players are gonna be doing some stuff. Bathroom breaks, smoke breaks before the next Nick game starts.
Equity or
I'm
return?
not visiting you, so why you want to make this thing for me and burn your hand?
I played a little bit 4-string with Andrew. Just playing 1-3. Glad to see him on the stage again playing 2-5.
Super extra.
Gonna pull him aside and give him a little pep talk when I get a chance. Want to see him win. Probably not gonna be with this hand.
Don't do it, man. Don't do it.
Oh, we have the 40 on.
I have the button.
You need a drink? Do I need to buy you a drink? I'll get you next one.
Oh man, not from you, man.
Evan folds, Bobby folds. It looks like
Thank you. Yeah, I better take it here.
Go ahead,
I'm happy to take it.
Go ahead.
MF with just 2 kings when the 40's on.
Yeah, we don't want to see a flop with that.
I don't want to see the flop. I'm happy. The 8 come, I don't know where I'm going.
Thank you.
How old are you now?
I just turned 30.
8 king, I want to raise off this call.
MF mixing it up.
King is dangerous.
I'm old.
King's not dangerous. King's great hand.
Stop it. You don't get to be the fucking youngest person at the table. Announce your age and tell them you're
You
old.
think I'm the youngest person?
Oh, I forgot. Okay, obviously you just
I'll
turned
take,
21.
I'll
right?
take the under on that.
22?
23.
23. All right.
His ID
Yeah,
says
with him
23.
around, how can you say he's the youngest?
I don't know. Bro,
Yeah, I was gonna say Andrew's definitely the youngest person at this table.
We're not old, okay?
No, I don't think I'm old.
5 has 20.
How many years are you?
For those of y'all that don't know,
Third floor.
here at Texas Card House Houston, you only have to be 18 to come in and play poker.
Has been the most fun for me so far.
We are 18 and up
I'm
social
excited.
club.
It started off really, really well.
So if y'all haven't come down here because you thought it was 21,
It started
What's wrong?
off really well. So I'm
Dude, it was cool. I actually,
You just need to be 18 to become the degenerate
I
poker
was like
player.
26. My dad came to visit me, and we were just like, wow.
I think it was a couple streams ago. Well, not a couple. It was more than a couple. A lot of streams ago when Ethan was on here and he was talking about going to his high school graduation. That's why he needed to leave the stream. With the action tracker catch up, the 20 was on.
I saw a post today. Would you rather be able to read people's minds or be able to travel forward and backwards in time?
Oh shit. Forward and backward in time.
I wouldn't want to read people's minds.
Forward and
Yeah,
backward in time for sure.
You definitely don't
Do
want to
you
read
want me
people's
to-
minds.
Do you want to know what I think of you? You probably don't.
I'm very comfortable.
You
in
definitely don't
myself,
want to read
so I
people's
can't
minds.
do
Forward
shit
and backwards
that
in
you
time.
I just generally don't need to.
So that would be the reason.
That's broken.
Even if it's not about you. Even if it's not about you. you
Yeah,
just
the
don't need
bigger
to
reason
know.
would be is like you're like saying
I don't,
something
you
like.
think you want to know what's going on in Tim's head all the time?
Yeah, I know. That's like.
Well, you could probably
get to knowing
I
what's
would
going
hope.
on in people's
That would
heads.
be
is
You get in
hard.
there and it's just like,
Well, wait a second. If you could turn it off, that's an
Obviously, in
easy
playing
one.
in
That's
this
a
game,
good
it does.
one.
But
That's a good power to
time
have.
travel is just way better.
When you go
Yeah.
forward and backward in time, something random.
Yeah.
no, right. Forward and backward in
If
time. It's
neither
not
were
even
controllable,
close.
they both
This
have to be
isn't.
bad.
I don't think this is a fair
Hey, back to
discussion.
5 seconds ago.
Do you like? Do you like?
Yeah.
Forwards and backwards in time it will.
If you have that
or
ability,
off
you
it
would have
will.
known.
I'm kidding.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
just
I
not
already know
I'll
this.
just back with the 5
God,
seconds ago
damn it.
every single time. Call.
Yeah. No, look. Number one, you'd be the richest person in the world.
Yeah.
In a matter of
yeah.
years.
Yeah.
And most importantly,
Man, that's
you
a
get to
thing.
relive every amazing experience.
You can
Yeah.
leverage.
I mean, it would be amazing to be able to go
Everything.
back. Like, just
Yeah.
go back.
Imagine like all those
Go back
amazing
10
days and you're
years.
just like, I'm gonna relive that.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go back and do that shit. That's awesome.
But
Definitely
just
not
to be able to go
the
back
same.
in time to see some things.
Well, I'm gonna fight Evan.
Great.
Battle of the
I
threes.
think I would pick that too.
They both
I
flop
didn't
a
read the
pair.
rest of the post.
5-3
It said
out in front, but not
Deciding
for
on which
long.
one you
Evan
pick
with the
says
flush
something
draw.
about you, like very specific. I don't know what that is.
I feel like it says you use
Well, I'm
luck.
thinking you ain't got none of this. Get a call.
It just feels so superior. There's nothing that the other one.
Boom.
Yeah,
Flush.
probably-
No waiting for Evan.
Time travel's like
Not low flush too. There is no low
probably
flush
reading
than
minds is
Evan's.
like
Yeah.
people that pay
Like-
really close attention.
But it's
to
still
defense
flush.
and Don't really.
Well,
zoom out.
I think you're saying it better. It's more short-sighted, being able because you can do things
Yeah,
like
you're-
as we
Evan
move
checks
right
back,
now.
I
Like, you
like
could play this game and probably beat it because you could tell what people are thinking. They're
Well, I'm
Right,
gonna
but
rep
if you
what Evan has.
travel back
This is
in
not
time,
gonna
you
work.
need to know what people
That's
are
true.
thinking.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
If
and
he's gonna snap this
It's
off.
just too OP. Like
Yeah,
it's
that's
just too
true.
We
powerful.
didn't
Yeah,
check back a
you
flush
travel
to not
back
call.
2
When we
minutes and
make
then come
flush.
back
And
forward
then
and
you
be
do
like,
the-
oh, I
Evan
call.
giving it some thought though. Does he want to raise? I don't think there's any merit to raising this hand. He's just getting in a lot of trouble if he has a better hand. He could have a straight here, but I don't think he calls.
Do you think
Yeah,
that
just calls.
not in our lifetime probably, but do you
Kwong
think
Mucks.
that time travel
Evan
like
shows.
they did on Star Trek
He had the
so to
goods.
speak, is going to happen eventually?
Nice pickup.
Where you get in a cylinder and it shoots you to main.
Needs that turnaround. His session not been going great for him so far.
No, I mean like.
But there's plenty
like
of time
real
left in this stream.
Like I want to go
Only
see
been
my
an
dad
hour.
right now. I get in the capsule, it shoots me to Cape Cod, like literally.
No, I don't think.
Just this true.
So I feel like human technology is limitless up until the laws of physics, and I don't think that the laws of physics allows it. But you can travel forward in time.
New nick game and dealer
With,
change.
like a Planet of the Apes type thing. You know, the astronauts on orbit for like 2 years, they come back, and it's been 500 years.
Attention Houston, Texas. The Trailblazer Poker Tour is coming to Texas Card House Houston from February 26th through March 10th. 10 big events, including the $100,000 guaranteed multi-flight and the $500,000 guaranteed main event. This is your second to last stop to rack up points in the Trailblazer Points Championship. First place wins a Chevy Trailblazer SUV. More details at texascardhouse.com.
For them when they're on a planet,
For those of y'all
like a real thing.
that don't know, Texas
yeah, like how we see
Trailblazer
stuff.
coming. Texas Card House Trailblazer tournament coming Texas Card House Houston end of February.
Like if you're closer to the black hole.
Looking forward to
time
it.
will go
We still
by
don't have the
slow.
full schedule yet, but once I get that, I will let y'all know. It's going to be an exciting time. I will be doing commentary for the final tables. All of our big tournament final tables for that tournament. Should be fun.
I was still staying.
Hope to
with
see
the
some of
same-
y'all here. Hope to
Started
see some of y'all at the final
time
table.
Black holes are part of the conversation.
I'm staying on the
It'd be great.
soulmate
You brought it
level.
up.
They
I know,
are-
but I was saying simple
Black
time travel,
hole.
not black hole.
Oh my
I
God.
was just saying we can go forward, we can go backwards. That's,
Well, that's the thing. The answer to the question kind of like lies in like what kind of time travel.
Yeah. But I think you're actually obviously.
Hey Noah, how was your dinner?
You're correct. It would
Tim,
make no sense.
the Catman trying to
You
change
get a better
conversation.
advantage with the forward and back as you do with being able to read a mind.
I can't think of a single thing that you could
Robert
do.
folding,
that would
suited
be
big leg,
better.
Catman
Yeah, you're right.
opening,
And time travel accounts for like randomness
suited
in the
ace,
universe.
MF with a pair.
You can short
Oh,
a
it does
shot
not call with the
before
Jack
Yeah, an
7.
earthquake. And it's
Cobb
way
with
cooler
his
'cause
nip
you
button,
can go back
getting
and,
a
like,
little
to see like
out of
the
line.
Civil War if you
You're
wanted
gonna
to.
see
And
Queen 5 suited in
you
position.
get shot, you just go.
Kwong
as the bullets getting closer.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
gonna
I'm out
most
here.
certainly. Oh, he didn't. Queen 8 suited. Fold. Queen diaper
We're
coming in
gonna
for the
see some
3
crazy
bet.
shit with AI, like,
I think we're gonna go 4 ways to flop here. Cobb getting a great wide price in position.
I guess you'd have to go back.
He does not want to see spades.
you have to
If
go
you
way
went back to your time,
No, easy peasy. You go back 4 seconds,
Before he
move
shot
an
you.
inch to the left,
Yeah.
and then go forward a couple of moves.
okay, there you
Yeah,
go. There you go.
3 deuce, not a bad flop. 8's way the best hand. 5 connects. Nothing from MF, or nothing from the Catman. Evan checks his open into straight draw. Catman gonna bet his ace high.
Still to this day, that. What's the name
We're
of
gonna
the
have a
movie?
fight
Bedazzled,
between
I think
players
is the name of the
with
movie,
subpar hands. I mean,
Elizabeth
Evan's not
Hurley?
most
it
definitely
Devil
not
the
checking.
Yeah.
to
Oh no,
fold.
she's the devil, and
Yeah.
and
He's like
she
making
gives
the
him.
wishes.
Yeah, he gets the wishes, and
Cobb
every time he wishes,
now
he kind
with
of
the best
forgets
hand after
one
V8 gets out of the
important
way.
aspect
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
wish,
yeah.
like,
Try and
I
think
want to be
what he wants to do.
powerful,
Just
whatever,
mucks
and then
it.
make him a drug lord. You know, he's like,
Yeah.
oh shit. You know?
Evan most certainly not
That's like
That's pretty
not
funny.
folding.
yeah. What is that based off of? But
The way he's
there's
played
like
his
a
hand
legend
is
where
gonna look a
the
lot
devil's
like ace high.
always
So,
fucking up your wishes on
Yeah,
purpose.
right. You have to
Catman
watch what you wish for. You have to be very specific.
Oh,
You can't just
Cobb
be like,
would have just
I want to
turned
be
it.
rich. You have to say how you
A
want to be
very
rich.
disguised dirty two pair.
He's going out of his way to find
Kind of.
Steve,
you know, smart
Catman wants to continue telling the story.
I only beat him in a field card.
As long as he doesn't have ace queen,
Literally my favorite karaoke song.
It's a great one.
we can get ace highs to fold.
I saw a video that was
Target ace-
very cool
ace
about
king,
it.
ace
It was
jack.
talking about how it's like such
Really repping super thin
American
here.
folklore at its finest.
Once
Like
the
in
queen
any
shows
other-
up.
In any other
We could bet
society,
tens, jacks again.
that song would be like a.
See if
cautionary
Evan wants to
tale
draw.
of why you don't make- or why
Still
you
got a
make
nip
deals with
button.
the devil. But in our
Doesn't realize it, but his
society,
pair
he
outs are
actually
outs.
wins.
Fuck you, son of a
He
bitch.
wins, and then he
Talk shit.
he talks shit. Yeah.
See
It's like
what
so
he wants to
quintessential
do.
American. Yeah.
I love that.
This
song.
makes the fold. Catman gets rid of it.
That was
Ace
actually
high.
my only complaint. I had a blast at karaoke, but these Asian places,
You
it
didn't
was
know
like 40%.
Interesting, Cobb didn't continue after flopping a pair
Made not.
in
That's
To me, that was a
position.
little
That's
funny.
game.
You just kind of have to peel one off.
Buttons right now.
Hey, mine's right
Because
now.
of him behind, ahead of me.
Well, he went behind and then came forward.
I'm on his roll.
Well played by the
I
Catman.
got the best hand after the flop.
Well played.
Yeah.
Guy got me out.
Well, I figured that much, and I can't win by just checking let you bet. So I don't want you bet, so I bet, and then you fold.
Catman talking about a leveling war.
Finally
MF
put
just
Bronny-
dismissing
I heard
2
I heard
8s.
this right, down Bronny.
I don't hate that.
The Lakers.
I'd rather have a piece of the board, a 9, a 5,
Oh
a
yeah,
4,
that's what I thought I heard today.
a straight draw. An 8's
I'm sure
Eight's
you're right.
just so much harder for you to improve. Like
That's
at least
bad
the
news
queen
about us
5,
watching real news, you're watching it on your phone.
spades,
You never know when
turn
it
2
really
pair.
happened.
You don't want him to
It
bet.
also
an
turns
Instagram
trips.
You're like, this might not be real.
Oh, I'm sure you're right.
Like I saw one that said Trump pardoned R. Kelly. I'm like, please tell me he did.
Am I the first one who loses the Nick game? Oh my god.
Catman letting people know he's the first one out again.
Oh my god. Why am I the first
$20 straddle on MF limping, Cobb
so
limping
good, man.
again,
You're the best.
You're so good, man.
Kwong limping. We got a limp pot, limp $20 pot.
Just in case whoever's.
Last week we had a limped $20 pot. It turned into a $11,000 pot. It was a splash pot, but
These
still,
guys, they stress me out.
ace high, Kwong flops best. 7 and a king for everyone else. MF gonna bet his king. Kwong going nowhere with top pair. Robert, no backdoor flush draw, gonna fold. 5 calls, Catman. Oh no, Kwong's at number 5. MF checks back, doesn't pick up additional equity. Catman would have won. See if Kwon can get value.
I think I can win.
84.
MF proudly says he doesn't think he can win. He's correct.
I folded correctly, but I thought he had.
Call one street, get cooler. Call one street, get cooler.
Well, that's what happened most of the time. Right?
Yeah, you call one street, your hand gets better, and you're still behind.
Too bad. Yeah, I got.
I invented that play. That's one of my moves. That and bluffing to the nuts. That's another one of my moves.
I will say Bobby does have a knack,
Just put the 20 on. You don't get
like
any other
no one else at
chance.
this
This
table
is
for
the
bluffing
only
into nuts.
chance.
He's tried to pull off some big bluffs, and it's just every time he tries to bluff, somehow the other person just has
You
it.
cannot do 20 anywhere else. This is the only chance, buddy. Come on, man.
You can do it next time.
Seize the opportunity, please.
Seize the opportunity to straddle for $20.
Sees everything you ever
I
want.
put 20 and you put 200.
You are not allowed to re-straddle on the
Dude, I
floor,
don't
so
have
he's
big button
correct.
anymore.
If
I'm
we
not
play
playing
2-5 on the floor, it can only be a 2-5-10. If you want to put 20 on, it has to be a blind raise. Here, you get the option. Matters minutely, but it still matters. Cobb, like, no. I think the 10's only on.
4 bets 125.
I like the 3-bet from Andrew. Get rid of this knit button.
Not what you're looking for, huh, Paul?
I thought about it.
Small blind ain't got it. Big blind ain't got it. Straddle ain't got it. Cobb most certainly don't got it.
Defense. No, I'm just kidding.
We both have.
Alright, that was my joke.
You don't want us to try.
Some of my jokes are not that good. Like 80% are subpar.
Lets it go. Once you make that motion, you can't take it back.
That would have worked. Oh my god.
Yeah, it would have.
Well,
Kwong
400.
wanted to
I
4-bet,
call you
but
one
didn't.
time.
Nice move by Andrew. Little super light from Cobb.
then Tim, you got rid of your nip button already?
First hand.
I don't know,
Why?
man.
You're
Like,
so
I
good.
feel like
like
Catman gets rid of his nib button first, more than any other player at the table. I don't know. I don't understand how. And it's never because he gets
I feel I need to
super
go
duper out of
buy
line,
this.
although he did get out of line in this one,
Batman.
and he got it. But usually he just somehow gets aces, ace king, ace queen in the first.
I think my chinchilla
first
is
deal.
mad at me lately.
It's unbelievable.
What'd you do?
Catman luck is real. I don't know
Oh
if
yeah.
I didn't hand
the
out
stream
with
viewers know how real it is. They should.
You should try having a dodge.
Witnessing the Catman gamble.
One more time.
Ten seven suited in the mug. That makes me sad. Kareem, we're gonna have to talk.
4 bets 50.
My favorite hand.
Killing me softly.
I'm just gonna have a table-wide discussion. Say y'all can't be folding 10-7 suited for me.
Killing me softly. Please work.
Nice pick up with 2 4s.
So you did go to
We're
karaoke
back.
with him,
I did.
and
It was a blast.
excessively drank, and
Yeah, we drank a good amount. Like I said, my only complaint.
Brian gets rid of
is
his nip button very quickly.
They're short on their English catalog. They really go ahead.
I love
on
Ti-
the Chinese catalog.
Tish. No matter
It's on me for not
how
knowing more Chinese
many
songs.
times he gets
But,
he is heads
would
up
be
a
out.
lot
I wanted to sing like.
in the net
Throw
game.
One Down
But
the
no matter
Door,
how
or
he's
Why Not?
like a glutton for punishment. He's always the advocate for
Next time we
let's
go
put it back
to-
on. Let's put the net game back
No,
on.
no,
I
no,
love
no,
that
don't
about
change
him.
the location on my account. I had a blast. I was just looking. For
is it
songs
frowned
I could
upon
sing.
if you don't sing? I'll go if you don't sing. I can't not sing. No one wants to hear this.
You're allowed to not sing, but you have to perform.
Bobby.
Yes.
That's the rule.
You're right.
You're allowed
That's
to
a
not
good
sing,
rule,
but there
though.
has to be some kind of performance.
I don't know if you're
Go
familiar
to
with
go to karaoke.
but
If you don't want to sing, you have to perform. But you don't have to sing. You just have to perform.
I thought it was
I like that
to
though.
watch people sing and
Oh
drink.
my god, come on.
All right.
No, one has to sing.
They do? I didn't. All right,
Mid
I'm
game
out.
on,
I'll
perfect
go
mix,
somewhere
nipple
else to pick
open.
you guys.
No,
I'm not
Catman.
playing karaoke.
I
Gonna
mean,
call.
if you're gonna be out, then yes, but you should. Sing.
MF, thank you. 10-7, got the memo. My favorite hand.
I think
Noah.
once you hear me sing, you'll realize
Doyle,
that
we're gonna
skill
see a
is not necessary.
No, check. I mean,
Only
I-
one
Yeah,
10 left
you
in the
need to
deck.
get
Let's
that
see if we
Oh,
can
my
find it.
voice is
I want to see a ball.
horrible.
We found it.
Check.
Not a whole lot for anyone else because everyone has a 10. MF gonna lead out. Noah's gonna call.
One time for the one.
Robert's
time,
gonna float. And now we're playing poker. 4 of hearts. Catman now picking up a flush draw. It does have the best hand. No one has a 9. Jack 10 of hearts going to be the best hand. Let's see if anyone wants to bet at this. King high is no showdown value.
What the? Oh, 10. Great.
Oh, one time for the one time.
Good defense.
Let's fucking go. The best.
We the best.
Natalie,
During the flush
hidden,
draw.
you want me to put in a good word for you with Andrew?
Bones.
I can be glad to let the players know.
That was so fucked up. No, I try to kiss my skin, that's all.
Okay.
Hope everybody joining me tonight
have-
is having
I
a
still have my
fantastic
skin
evening.
out.
Thank you for joining me tonight for this 2-5 no limit hold'em game here at TCH Houston.
In New Orleans or
Not
no?
every day,
You
but
like getting a place here too?
I reside in New Orleans. Yeah.
Put in a good word for you, Natalie.
Like a lot.
Not. I spent like a week or 2 here.
Oh, like tonight you're going home to New Orleans?
No.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. You
No.
spent some time here.
A matchmaker. Matchmaking on Texas Card House, Houston
Cafe
presents
11 and Katie, okay?
2-5 no limit hold'em. Exactly the type of stream.
Try to come earlier tomorrow.
You'd expect.
Save a plate for you. The food.
Yeah.
Kareem limps the queen 9 suited, maybe with some plans. Still a nit button. Robert with a pair.
Yeah, so this, you know, like we don't need to order anything, just why order those?
12:30.
MF, hopes and dreams in the nit button. Noah, a nit button. No hopes and no dreams.
No more cream. We
Cobb,
got food
nit button.
tomorrow.
Hopes and dreams. Cream.
Everybody stay hungry.
Tomorrow it's not raining.
There you
Gonna
go.
complete.
I have golf. Finally not raining.
He's bringing the cake.
I already started my fast. I'll break it with fun too.
Oh yeah, my man.
9 in the window.
Next time that you can just give me a sign. Cafe 11. I'll
Gut
just put it on
shot.
my forehead right here.
2 overs for Cobb. Top pair. Good kicker for Kareem. Bottom pair for MF. Bottomist pair
Give
for
me-
Robert.
Give me a head if you have one.
I'm gonna lead out. I like it. Kareem makes 2 pair. We could play an interesting pot. Interestingly enough, Noah to flop the joint with the 10-8.
Is that mezza? Yeah, I can order something. Anybody want food?
Depends
I
on
want
what you
food,
get.
Catman.
I don't know. Where the
If
mezza?
you have that, if you'll get that,
Yeah.
that mix.
I'm gonna continue his story. Kareem's hand does not change
Beef and
much drink on this. We beat 9-8, we beat 9-10, we beat 7-8, we beat 6-8. There's a lot of hands we beat. Let's see a river.
I eat it, but it's just too much.
I go get
2 pair for Kareem. I don't think he's gonna fold this river, nor do I think he should. Cobb with the 10 of clubs though can bet really big.
birds are flying
I would like to see
high.
bigger than 300. I would like to see 4, 5,
You know
600.
I like it.
I would like to see it made polar. I mean, yeah, this just makes Kareem's call just super
Right
easy.
there. Jack high like a boss. Jack high like a boss. Let's fucking go.
Even
Right there, straight draw.
if Cobb had bet 600, 500, it puts Kareem's hand in a
River
tough
open
spot.
end. I love it.
Nice pickup by Kareem. That queen on the turn would have been very interesting.
I can't fuck it up post flop because everybody's watching, so I'm trying to fuck it up pre-flop. Nobody say you're a
wanna
bad
order?
player if you fuck it up pre-flop.
Yeah, we're gonna get like that mix. Yeah.
Más
But we
importante.
want some extra rice because we're gonna share it.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Bobby and Catman gonna share some food.
I don't.
No, I don't care.
I hope one of them feeds the other one on stream. It's a great poker stream.
Medium rare.
Yeah, please. Robert.
So you guys manually type all the action in?
Pretty much.
That's why you have to like tell them?
Any maize and grill, anybody?
We used to have, we have a test table from spring before, which is the table could possibly read the chip that when you pull out, but
Yeah.
just
too many mistakes.
Yeah, I don't feel like those things are ever gonna work.
And then,
There's just too much happening in the poker table.
And then the sub
but I-
part
yeah.
is that, like this, right? If you kind of like, I pull out the whole stack. Well, that's a raise. This is a raise. And then if I go like this, the sensor can't actually read the whole stack.
Or if like you cut out and take some chips back. I just
Andrew's
feel
got
that's-
20 on. I think the action tracker is trying to catch
That's
up.
the only
I
problem.
believe the 40 is on by Kwong. Wait for the action tracker to catch up. Yeah, the 40 was on.
Every time I jumping to this other spot. Every time.
Take it.
Five bet him. Oh my god. What
Oh, what was your kicker, Tim? I didn't see. What
Hey
was
Giuseppe, how you doing tonight? Glad to see you in
He
the
had the
chat.
parking lot hand.
Catman is
Oh,
indeed
he
back
pulled the parking lot
on the
hand.
stream.
Dangerous.
I was gonna win.
Now you usually five bet, yeah.
I believe Noah 3-bet
Tim, you had him
that
beat.
pre-flop, and Catman folded.
I learned my lesson way too many times by Jack.
I was hoping your jack and just right.
Well, I mean, I'm definitely running it there with Jack for sure.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's swinging ribbon and hoping you have jack. It's the only chance to do.
Tim turned over a new leaf for the new year.
You're
And I think it's a really good new
Surprise.
leaf that you turned over, Tim.
The Catman did not defend. Ace Queen did a 3-bet.
Man.
Very defendable.
Yes. 35 with the fuck.
4-bettable.
40.
We got a wild game tonight. 2, 5, 10, 20, 40.
Yeah, no, that's gonna probably gonna be a miss, brother, because you skipped him. So
skipped
this
him
guy
and you
didn't get a
dealt
second
him
card.
Oh, definitely.
Hell yeah.
You would have
I,
gone
realized,
five.
I didn't realize that was a
You would have got a 5. Is that what you said?
Excuse me for a second.
Shit one over, right? Now pocket five.
Bad beat.
Oh, I got it. I was like, how did you know? All right, that makes sense.
Have the cash games been running on the app?
That's like printing money. Oh my god.
Yeah, and
Oh my
How big?
this is,
Oh,
well,
oh,
they
oh,
play
oh,
some
oh,
5-10 sometimes. I never play, but it's funny
I don't
that,
bluff, so they can't call me.
it's
Oh my
funny,
God,
funny that
nobody
the
wanted to
situation is that
Run it out with you?
people mention about chess.
About what?
Chess.
Chess?
Remember chess? The
Big Daddy
Chaz.
Cat.
Okay, no.
whatever, right? So he play up there, and then he noticing that he's just good, and then they don't want to play against him too much. So whatever. I don't know. Nobody actually really invite me to play 5-10, but
I mean, even if they had like 2-4 or something like that, I would play. I was deciding whether or not to put money on the app, but I don't want to put money if there's no cash games.
they have 2-4.
Or one, what do they have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10?
Yeah.
1, 2? We can deposit right here at the cage.
And the credit card deposit just enrolled, so.
I don't want my
But
credit
yes.
cards to know. I don't want my bank to know that I'm a DJ.
Yeah. But yeah, you can always do it at a window. Did you really fucking?
No, it was all a mirage. You've forgotten already. It's the craziest thing in the world to think you might be raising light. Sue me. It's the craziest thing in the world to think you might be raising light.
Actually, what he told me in the parking lot was that you're folding light. He said he could run you over nowadays.
It was good.
Ah, so disrespectful.
That guy is good.
So disrespectful. He's fucking good.
I see what you mean now about him giving you all the respect now that you were saying earlier.
Well, I don't bluff. They figured it out. They figured me out. All of them figured me
You
out.
thought that was a value bet with the ace 3?
I thought it was a bluff.
So you do.
Do I need to do it?
So you do bluff?
It's your only chance.
They haven't. They. To them, I don't
You
bluff.
might be short or
Yeah.
you might could be long.
Back.
You took
Hope I
it
didn't
to
miss
one
anything
level above
too
where
exciting.
I'm at.
If I could, it would help.
You were being funnier in the moment than I was. And that's where the mismatches come from.
My bad.
No. It's good. It's good.
No.
It's good. I wasn't.
It's
you were
actually
ready-
all about timing. So if I got there at the wrong time, it
You
would've
were ready
won.
to go where I wasn't. Where I had not prepared to go yet. Yes, value. Only value. You're right. You're right. No bluff.
You saw him raise, and you're like, oh, ace 3's value.
Gotta be good. Gotta be
Still
good.
playing the unique game, right? Nobody's going
There's
for it.
2 nip people left? Me and you?
3.
No, 3.
2 bets, 200, 3 folds. 4 folds. 5 folds.
I'm only playing Kings Plus.
Cobb,
What I do too.
the $40 straddle.
That's the
Oh,
strategy.
let's go, gentlemen.
Unless Tim's in the hand, because I can get
I
him
like
control
this.
of ace-jack and
I
straight.
like it.
Other than that,
I like this 3-bet by Robert.
tight.
Interestingly enough, the best hand, but Cobb. Frustration may be starting to settle in. Every move he's tried to make has just not worked.
Oh my lord.
Robert shows the best
Lock
hand.
the
Gets,
doors.
But lit mid button, yeah.
yeah, gets rid of his nip button too.
Yeah.
It was the best
I
hand.
can't wait.
I'm really worried about.
I can't wait till I
He's
get old.
not- he's
when
not
I,
afraid
when
to
I
put his
start
chip
to have
in.
white hair, when I don't like MF, I'm gonna do that.
I'm hoping he's
all
light
day long.
ish. I don't know what he
Y'all
has.
won't. Y'all for ace
Yeah.
queen.
It was indeed
I
light.
figured,
Cobb
but
was.
he's gonna call anything almost. So I'm like, oh please don't.
Cobb was.
I think
light.
he-
I like.
Few hundred.
I like the 3-bet from Bobby. That was great.
It's me
He'd
though.
still-
He
he'd still call
basically
it
calls anything against me. He's
Well,
like, oh, I can
that's
outplay
true.
this
No, it doesn't
fucker.
work, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, he defends. He defends that.
No need to
80 wide.
apologize for cursing, Bobby. It's not a family
It's been a
friendly
rough few
stream.
months without you here. You're the only one that
I
still
mean,
thinks I
y'all are
bluff.
pretty deep this time, though.
I'm here to pay you off, buddy. I'm back.
You're the only one that still thinks I bluff. Everybody else is
I am
figuring me
here
out.
to pay you off.
Oh,
Call me Santa Claus.
I don't
he keeps
want
saying
to.
he doesn't bluff.
I don't want to.
Bluff.
Pinocchio's the motivational speaker too. You have unlimited potential.
No, I don't want to call either I shove or fold. And I don't want to shove at the moment.
Well, you didn't let him finish. What he does is he convinces himself he has value, and then he just puts chips in the middle.
I was screaming.
Nah, his hand's
Sometimes
too
all you need to do is tell yourself in your head, I'm betting for value. And then you just put more chips in the middle.
Hey, see, like when you guys do the 20 and 40,
Cobb.
y'all gotta fucking limit around all day long.
$40 straddle. I think it's around the 40s. Along with the better version of the
How
hand.
much do I
Gonna
believe
see a
in
flop.
Quan that he can do a very good?
Catman, very defendable hand.
Out of position against superior players. Like, I'm probably gonna check.
Two of the same hands.
Get lucky.
2,300, 4,000.
Catman got a very Catman-like hand. This flop hits no one. If Cobb wants this, he will have it. No diamond for Guang. Cobb just checks it through. Catman could bet this. I don't know what Cobb would be repping by checking back flop. 7-8 gets there. This is gonna be who wants it most. If any player breathes at this, they will win the pot. $25 not gonna get called. Thank you, Kwong. I willed this into existence. Doesn't know he's betting for value.
You do like.
I almost showed it, but you don't have to. Y'all see it. I got it.
That might have been the splash pot too.
I was doing what you do.
You can't bluff into two player, man. It's suicidal.
Kwong, you're right. You can't bluff into two players. That's why you had the best hand.
It did end up being suicide.
You went into a brick wall, buddy.
I know.
God damn.
It was a tough.
The wall of turkey.
It was.
Wall of
There
turkey.
are a lot of rivers that he pulled. That was definitely not one of them.
If you're not willing to run into some brick walls, why even play the game? Though?
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
One more.
If you're not ever caught bluffing, you're not bluffing enough. You need to get caught bluffing eventually. Because eventually people are just, especially when you play with the same group of people, they're just going to stop paying you money. Then you can, but once you've been caught bluffing enough, you can correct it a little bit. MF's still with the nib button, so the nib game's still going on. I don't know if it's around the 40s. Got some limps.
There's a lot of work from the dealer there.
It is indeed a lot of work for the dealer. Stream's much harder for dealers. Tip your dealers, guys and gals.
The nuts.
They do a lot of work for y'all.
Yep. Exactly what I was
That is the nuts for MF. No one has really much of anything else. Evan's got a pair of 7s. MF's gonna bet the best hand. Get rid of his nib button too. No one has anything. Cobb with 9-4 off. I believe that was a heads up Nick conclusion.
No way. I never figured you have an ace. No way.
I didn't think he had an ace. They didn't win the ball. One more. He just went in with ace 10.
I think Cobb loses the Nick game there.
That was sneaky. Very sneaky.
Standard. Got used to it. Alright, give me a perfect setup and somebody gonna raise. They're gonna limp and somebody gonna re-raise. They're gonna limp again.
You got the service, please?
Service on 28.
Not a lot of movement. Stacks. Yep, this is the Nit game resolution. 200 in the middle. Cobb's got king high. He's going to limp. Or he's raising to 50. Going after his own money. I like it. Robert gonna defend the 5 deuce. We got Texas premiums here. This is what I love to see battle. Three in the window. Catman flops best. Gut shot for Robert though.
Oh, sorry. Oh, okay.
Catman gonna check. Don't imagine he's gonna give up to 1 bet just yet. Robert with a gut shot could call. Does call. Catman calls. Nope. Robert's thinking about it. Call here. Win a big pot. Yeah. Catman gonna call. 2 a turn we go. The Juggernaut, the best hand on the flop. Oh, and just drills trips. Let's see if Cobb wants to continue bluffing. It's going to be a disaster if he does. 3. No one realistically should have a 3 that often, but Catman does indeed have a 3. Checks back a king, not be good. Diamond's going to kill all the action, but Catman never going to fold. See if Robert wants to rep diamonds. Doesn't. Catman going to decide if he wants to bet for value or let Cobb bluff at it. He's going to bet for value. Hope Cobb doesn't have a flush. He's going to go for value from a queen that would check back. But I think Cobb would bet it. Unfortunate. Catman.
Hell yeah.
Showing he had it.
No why it works. One time for the one time.
Glad it worked.
Who had that 3? Yeah, Tim must have that 3.
Glad it worked.
Tim, how do you say greedy in Chinese?
Greedy?
Yeah, greedy.
Hey, I'm balancing my rent, okay?
I'm balancing
I
my
was just
calm
asking
range.
you got it. You know what? I won't ask you for advice anymore.
Well, I'll take a water too.
I don't think I can ever provide you one, so.
That wasn't advice. That was just translation. Kareem was just asking a simple translation question.
Vodka soda. Can I have a cherry with mine, please?
Just simple translation.
Well, I had a gut shot.
Hey, can I get a room?
That was when I got the free card. I was really happy. When the 3 came, I wasn't as happy. So
And a room to feed you.
He called 125 with a gut shot. I didn't think you had anything.
Oh,
I didn't think you had anything. I
got bottom pair.
No pair and just the gutter, then I have that beat.
Well, I'm gonna get a Coke, 0 and
But
1.
I mean, someone calling you a flop bet with bottom pair?
Hey, man.
If you don't have any, if you don't think I have anything, you should check raise.
Well, I was gonna check. I had visions of check
Hey, can
raising
you have
later,
green tea?
but I was
Have
trying to
a
lay the
Splenda?
groundwork. But then I started thinking, this idiot's in there, so
No,
it's
no,
a
have green tea.
horrible place for me to
Kareem
think.
has not folded.
Okay, he's check raising with
I
his
believe he has
Oh,
3 sevens.
I equally regretted it the second I did it. Yes. But when I got-
It just sucks in your spot. Like,
Yeah.
it's hard to do anything.
Limps
well,
2
as soon as I
sevens.
got the free card, though,
Evan's
I
got a
was
suited
a little
king
bit happier 'cause I'm
in
like,
position,
maybe
gonna
I'll
raise it
there,
up.
But I didn't deserve it. You're right.
Catman
No, because I will be.
I mean, all I can think
didn't
about.
have anything.
All I can think about
Yeah,
was
Meth
the
fold's
trucker
my
saying,
favorite
"What
hand.
is
Kareem
Robert
calls with-
thinking about here?"
Yeah, because I would be straight up
Surprised.
thinking, say, okay, he got some kind of draw and check raise right there. No, you know what? I'm not buying it. Let's
Yeah,
go.
exactly.
King high, great for
And
Evan.
I'm like, hell yeah.
Well, the diamonds did come, but maybe not believable, I guess. But a free card.
Never gonna bet for value.
You bet. We really got diamonds.
That's what I'm saying.
Kareem gonna call, looking for a 7. There's 1 7 left in the deck.
We
4 or
never
5
get-
I
wouldn't
know
be
you're gonna
bad.
be aggressive. If I have diamonds there, I.
Not a good card for Kareem now. A lot of Evan's bluffs get there. Evan's gonna
Let's say
keep
that
betting
I
for
bet
value.
555 and
You
you
have-
go like,
gonna get it
you go like
done.
22 and
7's no longer good enough
yeah,
to
like,
see
you know what, Robert, I like you.
another
Even if I
card.
do 1,500, 1,600.
And that'll be Robert, I like you.
Yeah. It's like, whoa! Then I go,
Up
I
there.
missed. I missed.
Oh, I can't. I need to balance my ring. Balance my calling ring. I just, keep thinking about folding ace queen to somebody else.
I can't believe
Right,
Catman
then,
folded ace
ace
queen.
three diamond shit. He's acting like he's not listening to
It looks
me.
brilliant when they have ace king, but it doesn't
For
look
those of
good
y'all
when
that
they have
don't
ace
know,
king.
I know
Not
I've
talking
mentioned
about
this
you at all.
before, but the Texas Card House business, the Trailblazer Poker Tour coming to Houston at the end of February, beginning of March, with a $500,000 guaranteed main event and another 100K multi-day no limit hold'em tournament. A bunch of action-packed events. Once I get the schedule, we'll get that for you. It's gonna be a great time.
20, 640.
Looking forward to that here.
Increase the gamble.
Y'all here?
I just realized
Certainly one way to do it.
Catman with the
$40
suited ace.
battle is not that great when the maniac's behind you.
You blow the game up, like you can justify all your
saying
bad
so
plays.
you are-
But it's fine if he straddles one more time, though.
He's saying that you are the minion.
It helps.
No, we're gonna
a little
3-bet the
bit,
king
but
queen.
Get out of line.
Oh, fucking
He's still gonna get out of line. It doesn't matter.
Catman gonna call.
Good for everyone,
Again,
though.
good to fold. I'm gonna put that out of here. MF
This is
holding
one of
Catman's-
this is one of the smell that they gave me the sample, so I
Check it out.
Queen,
just
queen,
bought it to-
8, 2 hearts.
smelled it.
Oh boy, we got a hand. Trips, good kicker for Noah. Catman, nut flush draw. Gonna continue.
I saw a clip that said the CEO of YouTube
Return.
made $3.4
Not a
million
heart.
last
Great
year
turn card for Noah.
And Mr.
Super as
Beast
clean as it could be.
made 60
Noah's gonna bet for value now.
on YouTube.
See what his sizing. He's got a little more than that in his
Pretty
stack. About 1,000 more than what's said.
60 million.
Mr.
That's
Beast probably works
real
harder.
small. 275.
He probably works pretty
Great price for Catman's hand.
I don't know about 20 times harder, but
What they
I mean,
do,
the
3
question
to
is
1.
who brought more revenue to the app.
Ace high could be good some of the time.
we know the answer to that for sure.
Catman looking for a heart.
For the longest time, YouTube wasn't profitable, right?
Yeah.
It was like a lot.
That's not a heart. Noah. Gonna decide if there's any value to be gotten, and if there is, how much there is to be gotten.
750.
Goes big, goes
The
3/4.
fees that OnlyFans must be collecting must be insane.
Catman
The amount of money they
left
have to
with just
take
ace
in.
high.
Are really crushing.
Noah's got another
Oh, they are,
1,000
too. Of course
behind.
they are.
and
Catman thinking about what he
But
wants
what's
to
amazing-
do.
I know it.
Block
No,
all,
you're right. You're
You
right.
put it like
I'm
that,
sure
bro.
there's
Damn, I
some
never
better
thought about
guys
it.
that
you
Yeah,
can
they
block
are,
us
they are.
straight.
But still,
Dude, there's a girl.
Black China made $223 million in 1 year.
Be quite the hero call
She's not-
with this
I'm
hand.
not sure how that happened.
Noah would have to have a hand like 7-6,
I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No,
6-5,
Those numbers are wild.
turn a gut shot,
There's a
river
girl
bananas.
that,
King Jack,
she
King
was like a
10,
programmer, she
also
was doing some kind of
hands we
programming
beat.
PhD.
Uh,
Dropped out.
not a lot.
And
Don't
she
know how
started
often
doing
Noah's
her
going
own
to take this
thing.
line. Does make the
And now
fold.
she's doing like computer science courses, and she uploads to YouTube and to
Nice
Pornhub.
pickup by Noah.
And she says that even though she gets more views on YouTube, she makes more money on Pornhub just because they make more money per view. And it's literally like not even fun. It's like a lecture.
Yeah, yeah.
I missed the bulk of that conversation. The tail end of that conversation was very interesting that Kareem was talking about.
It's not a very good hand.
Hard draw, that's why.
did your kicker play?
Yeah.
Because he could have had better ace high.
I don't think Noah's ever bluffing with a
It's all
better
good.
ace high.
It's a go bottle. I forgot to bring the black one.
Strong.
But yeah, that's good.
Like a little bit goes a long way, which is nice.
Catman scenting up everyone, giving perfume
Making a
samples.
fragrance? You guys making a fragrance or something?
One that's already made.
Oh.
Yeah.
Noah
I thought you were like.
has a ridiculous
Yeah.
nose
You
for
can do that.
fragrances.
It's called.
We were sitting there one time, and
What
Noah.
was the one in
They were talking about fragrances, and then Noah called out the fragrance the person was
Can't you sounds
wearing.
weird,
Brand,
but like,
title,
Can't you really sounds weird right there.
and it was absurd.
Look right here. He's about to have the. He's gonna have the fence.
Kwong 3-bet.
Juice is actually the
Evan
line.
gonna 4-bet.
There's multiple.
No, just calls.
So. Yeah.
There needs.
Just calls the 3-bet with ace king. Now Andrew's going to be getting a great price to see a flop, albeit out of position. This is a great hand.
Oh, I am so sorry.
We were playing. We
Great
were playing
price.
at this country club.
Could consider
nice place
4-betting.
in Ohio,
Wouldn't
and,
work in this
This one guy, he's a pain
configuration.
in the ass. One of these rich furniture guys. And he wears this cologne called Creed.
3 players to
You
a
know,
flop.
it's like supposed to be pretty fancy. It's expensive. Yeah, Creed. Oh, it is. Oh, that's it.
Lots of
Okay, yeah.
disaster
So,
flops.
This waitress.
Oh,
kept
we
coming
have
around, and she
action
was
here.
like,
Top
"God,
pair,
you smell
top
so
kicker,
good."
open
This is the
ended,
kind of guy
top
you do
pair,
not wanna, like,
backdoor
get,
flush
like,
draw.
Bounce him up. So
Kwong gonna
everybody at
bet.
the table just like, oh my god.
Evan
And
going
so finally
nowhere.
He goes, what is that? You just smell so good. He goes, and he's got an accent. He's like, it's Cleed, and it's $350 an ounce or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
he gave the
So,
price.
so the guy next to him goes, that's funny. I'm
I'm
wearing
drawing to
Old
the nuts.
Spice. It's
Andrew
like it only
with top
costs
pair
20
in the
cents a
backdoor.
ounce.
Not
But
a
the guy
great
smelled pretty
hand.
good. It was so funny.
You have the
We all started
betting
laughing.
the flop. You have the cold
On a
caller
related note,
calling this
How
flop.
hot was the waitress?
Our
I need to
hand
know if I have
is
to
not
buy this
very
drink.
No, it was that was the funny part. She was okay, but
Oh, okay.
Does
then
make
I'm
the
good. I'm not gonna
discipline
say
lay down.
anything
Good
about
fold,
that.
Andrew. Not the flop we wanted. Good fold.
That's like one of the highest margin.
King would be disastrous for
After
Evan.
like
I don't know if he can get away if it hits. Oh, and Andrew would have turned the nut flush draw.
It's like one of the most expensive.
See if Kwong wants to keep betting.
I think soda is one of the.
There's a lot of money
best.
left to play
That would make
behind.
sense.
Soda. I mean,
Checks.
You look at your
Evan
bills lately. They
can
charge
most certainly
$4
bet this
for a
turn.
soda.
I'm
$4.
about to do some gangster.
I mean, the amount of money they're making.
See what
on
size he
cash.
wants to
I don't
choose.
care how many they give
23
you.
cents.
Yeah, I mean, it's like. Yeah, $4. I mean, I'm saying some.
Close to
charge
half,
like
a little over half pot.
Is like cheap. Yeah.
Right at
$3.50
half
normal,
pot.
$4 for some. Same with iced tea. It's like.
Good price for
Showing
Kwong.
us yesterday that at a
You're drawn
boba
to the
tea,
nuts.
most
There's
expensive
going to
thing
be
in boba tea
almost
is
a little
the
more than one bet
plastic
behind. Your implied odds are huge here for this price. Oh, he just piles it. This is an interesting line. I like it.
Owing. It's owing. It's owing. Robert, say owing. Just say owing.
I like it. Evans,
Go.
the way he's played his hand, he's just
I don't have a pair. Go. This one.
makes the call. They're gonna go once.
Trying to get you to throw that. Next time.
Oh, yeah.
Nice hand, Evan. Good pickup.
My man.
Good pickup.
What'd you have?
I did 5 of hearts.
Since we started, this is the hand.
Nice double up by Evan.
I got cash. How much is it?
I'm gonna go get it. Well, I'm gonna get. Well, we have one over there.
Yeah, we got
Big hand.
5 behind.
Big hand. I like the way Kwong played it. I like that checker is all in.
I don't know if it's 5, but whatever it is, it should be 5.
Just trying to make sure he gets the max. Get that additional fold equity. Because
Yeah, right. Pair the jack and
if he doesn't have top pair, top kicker,
ace king good.
and the way he played his hand, he's kind of capped to one pair. He could have jacks, he could have nines. But if he has those hands, we have outs. But if he has the one pair hand, ace king, ace queen, then we could get a bluff.
If you don't fold ace
So
king,
I love the play.
I asked them
No,
to
I'm
go
talking
there.
about that.
Chinatown.
Try to get someone to fold ace king.
A lot of casinos.
Hard to do, but try to do it.
For those of y'all that don't know, Texas Card House has made a poker app available in Texas alone. Hijack Poker. If y'all can't get enough fix at the card house or don't have time to come down here, try the Hijack Poker app. Get to $20 with the referral code TCHL20.
I'm the 10.
You just scan that QR code there, or just search Hijack Poker on your app store.
Something else. And then I couldn't.
They have tournaments, they have cash games.
Trick of the site.
Cash out at any of the Texas Card House locations.
My ears were like, no, we gave you the right information.
Give it a try. I haven't tried it yet. I personally don't like playing poker on my phone. I mean, I guess I could load it up on my desktop.
Is that still live?
Just
All is live.
never loved it.
All of it is live.
Let me
Never
do
loved it.
something
I
funny.
don't mind playing poker on a computer.
Let me do something funny.
Robbie, you got a monster.
I fold.
How am I gonna get paid?
Good fold by Robert. Even though he had a monster. Cobb
2, 5, 10.
having a little bit of trouble today.
Not everybody doing the 20 and 40.
Having a little bit of trouble. Trying to get some momentum built.
No, you're good, man. I'm in your space, I think.
There's a $40 straddle on. Battle of Queen Highs.
I got chips coming, right?
Barrels.
Queen 6 high. Flops a gut shot. Cobb checks his queen high. It's going to be hard for him to continue. Is he looking for a race here? Does call figures his top pairs and
I
backdoor
don't know
flush
what
outs
this is. You can't think on it.
are good.
You know, try to keep the cash away from the paper.
Ace of diamonds, great card for Cobb. Now has almost a hammer lock on the hand. Kwon gonna keep betting. This would be a great spot for Cobb to raise. Similar to the line Kwon took in the hand before. Cobb just content with realizing his equity. Rivering a pair, this is probably just gonna go to showdown. Unfortunate run out for Kwong. Nice pickup by Cobb. Had the best hand the whole way.
Ah, yeah, I played bad.
We want to play the red button game.
MF complaining. I don't know what about.
Is it good then?
I think it's 6.
Might be 6, yeah.
You know what's hilarious? I swear to God, I thought you were about to teach us some new shit.
What?
I thought you were about to teach us like a new game. Because you were like, yo, y'all want to play red button? And I'm like, oh shit, I've never played red button game. What is that? And then I see him start to pass out the name.
Well, let's play red button instead of Nick.
Yeah. How do we play red
I
button?
wonder what the red button game would be instead of the Nick game.
Play with yourself.
What kind of variant you
Hey,
could
it
do.
wouldn't be the first time I'm
Keep
sitting
up
around
red
and
button
somebody
game.
tells me some new degeneracy they're doing somewhere.
Poker player side games get wild sometimes.
I got both.
Thank you.
How is the T and the P?
Damn, my man going for a kick.
Yep, perfect. Thank you so much, man.
Oh, thank you, dude. Thank you so much.
Damn, ace king don't fold. I check raise turn. I didn't just check turn hoping you fold.
Thanks, man.
I check raise, man.
New Nick game. $40 straddles on, I believe. No, make it.
What would what?
Ace jack. Kwong asking what Noah would do.
Am I allowed to answer that?
Kwang, I don't think Noah would call with the king six of diamonds.
I'll give him
So-
ace high so we can triple off.
Kwang asking for an ace high board so Noah can
Ace
triple
high so
barrel
we
it
can
off.
triple off.
This
Oh
is
my
similar
God.
flop and similar hand to last time.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Check. Don't do it.
Give him a 6.
You made it fun.
Yo.
This for C5. One brown, one yellow. C5. Corner.
Ace high way the best hand. Kwang waving the white flag. Gets rid of his nip button. Nice by Noah.
You had it. You knew.
He could have. I mean, king high had showdown value. I don't mind the jack.
You don't want to go for that razor thin guy. Razor.
Okay, you told them say Kwang add-on. Six.
That is a happy I'm at showdown spot.
Holy shit.
Oh.
I mean, yeah.
You know what's amazing? That
I guess he figures.
the chicken is the best of it all. It's crazy. It's really good.
Bro, getting check raise on that river is pooping him.
Try his food next time.
It's good.
How often do you see river check
I won't be here. I'll be golfing, but next
Well,
month.
I saw one during the race.
I'll go to the store. I'll go to
No,
the
I'll say a plate for you.
People are scared of things that don't occur very much.
It's true. My biggest fear is
Cobb, nip button. Gonna raise it up. $20 straddle. We got a little bit of a spoiler.
Sorry.
Andrew, 8's gonna at least see a flop. Breaks the call. Now the bad news. We know Evan has aces. It's gonna go up. Cobb not gonna continue. Andrew could continue here. Just mugs immediately. Just showing the good news that he made a great fold. Evan just had aces. That's it. Just aces.
we let you get away with it this time.
Double ace high.
Ace high.
Ace high twice.
It's just one pair.
Ace high twice. Pretty good.
It's hard to make a pair, so double ace high's got to be great.
Gets two backdoor nut flush draws.
That's pretty solid. Top set draw. Two straight draws. Yo,
All else
aces,
fails, we got a good pair.
aces
Top
is
pair.
pretty good. Now that we're talking about it, like aces.
The more I think about it, the more I
Hey,
think
aces
aces
is
is
a
a
good
great
fucking
hand.
hand. Yeah, it really is.
God, this one's fucked, man. I swear.
No, it's been bad actually. That's it.
Shows the wrong seat first, at least.
I think MF has the 40 on. 175. It's a big raise from the button. Just gets it through.
3 minutes.
Ace high. Once again, it's hard to make a pair. So double ace high.
One bluff and then.
Nice pickup. With just ace high.
Is that the new rule? Is that the new rule?
Yeah. However, asterisk, I change the rules whenever I want.
Good to know.
But that's the new rule.
Okay, got it.
The only problem I have with this many big straddles is it makes the game a little bit tighter. Not because the players aren't capable of playing
Dude, I
looser,
can't
it's
believe
just
I-
making
I
the
heard
game
it.
play very,
I wasn't
very
even
big.
thinking about it, but I bought my ticket here before.
And in some spots, it makes you have to gamble more just by raising the stake, naturally raising the stakes
That's
of the game.
that's what the first thing I asked you was.
Yeah, yeah.
So like the 20's on right now.
Honestly, it had just been way too long with my parents having my dog. And
Yeah.
I feel guilty.
Yeah, I get it.
Cobwebs. Andrew calls.
There's some people that being in the city.
Long
if
folds.
the Eagles
Evan
get there and
completes.
win,
Robert
enjoy it.
calls.
I think if you
Catman
live there, you'd probably
gonna bump it up.
already be fine with it. But you know, I think some people might want to get out of it. I would want to be
These
there.
players showing a lot of
Some people
weakness.
might want to get out of it.
As a general rule, I like being in big parties.
Queen Jack.
Easy,
I'm like, I feel like for the most part.
easy pickup and get rid of for the knit button by
Use
Catman.
a little
So
common
good.
sense, you can get away from
Why you
like
so good?
a rowdy patch.
Stack them
you know
over,
what I
that's how
mean?
good I
Still
am.
enjoy a party and like, oh shit, just getting rowdy.
I like the raise, like the play. Everyone's just showed no
Closing
interest.
action? Alright, let's bump it up.
Great mind think alike.
Long as not in hand? Okay. I can get that, dude.
Like 18-year-old
During the hand, pop. Check, 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 check.
20-foot light bulb, and everybody's just partying and everything. He just like literally falls. Everybody was sharing the video because it seemed like a fail. And then the next day they're like, oh, no, he died. So they had to take down all the videos and stuff.
Holy fuck.
That's really fucking dumb.
250 and then you went like what?
MF with the suited ace. Gonna try and see a flop.
Oh.
I don't think you.
So many dumb ways to die.
That king 10. Off.
Cobb, ISOing, Queen Jack suited. Kareem could 3-bet this or call.
250. Yeah, might be hard.
3, 4, 5, 6.
60?
Bobby, light defend. Must have a knit button. MF gonna call too. Got 3 real hands and 1 sus hand going to a flop. Of king, king, king.
Hell yeah.
Kareem flops a full house.
Ding, 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 ding.
He checked.
It's gonna be hard to make any money if you make a hand. Cobb gonna
Man, Jacob looks so
bet super small.
Always look serious.
Gonna get called by Kareem.
like,
MF could call too,
feels like I'm
feasibly.
watching like a courtroom drama right now.
10 no good. See how Cobb wants to play this. A 10 would counterfeit Kareem's full house. I don't know what kings Kareem has. And I don't know what we're betting. I mean, obviously we're just betting because we block queens and jacks. This is a very small bet. Kareem very curious versus small bet. Cobb most certainly going to shut it down on this. He could go big. He could go fuller. He blocks both king jack and king queen suited, the 2 that are left in the deck for those hands. He blocks queens, he blocks jacks. He could have aces. He has the strongest range here. And Kareem could just have a pair, like 8s, 9s. You have no showdown value. So the question is, what would you bet if you had a big hand? And this is an interesting spot for Kareem now, because when he calls the turn, you're gonna have to call down some rivers.
No, are you alright? Yeah.
We beat ace queen, we beat ace jack. Obviously, we beat queen
No,
jack.
just in case that you're still thinking about the ace 3 diamond.
Hey, can they tell me how much I'm stuck? I forgot how much I'm in for.
Original, you have 6, now 6, 12.
12, 12.
Makes the call. Nice call, Kareem. It is not going Cobb's way. Nice call. Good call. Cobb really trying to make it look like queens or jacks, which I do believe he would bet that way.
So you want to play? You okay with live stream or? No? Oh, okay. We'll let
Some
you know
players don't
when,
want to be on live
you know,
stream.
when the live stream ends.
Don't want to let people know you're here playing poker.
I like what he said last night. He said something so funny. Married 7 times. You know, never loved one of them. I'm like, God damn.
He was on the stream?
No, no.
Oh.
It was at the table.
That'd be something to say on the stream.
You know, making comments about it.
He's fine.
Yeah.
It is not Cobb's night. Nothing.
Oh
And
my God.
we've all been there. Every move you make doesn't work.
How that works? Like, I need a lawyer's information. I would
Cobb,
like to
great player,
talk
very
about
patient.
How we
Think
set
about a
up
normal
he doesn't-
marriage and a normal divorce, and then you just
Let the
stack them
frustration set in.
one after the other.
Andrew with 2 jacks, gonna 3-bet this. Going up to 180.
Right here.
You cut what you have every 2 years?
No 7 deuce game. That's in the muck.
Gotta be some kind of way, right? I don't know, like if you wealthy.
Cobb's?
7 times.
I don't know if he has a nip button. Gonna take a flop.
Yo, anybody who's been through 7 divorces and can still play fucking
Double,
10.
double ace high.
No,
It's a
bow
great
down.
flop with 2 jacks.
That's what I'm
So he
trying to
does
say,
still have a
yeah,
nip button.
Badass.
It gotta be something. Like
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
You
know.
can go
You're
both ways.
successful, brother.
I
You're
think you should
successful.
just be
No,
betting
like
this
something that I
pretty
don't know. Maybe
frequently.
like what happening?
Don't have to bet big. Can bet small.
What did you lawyer tell you to do?
See what size he wants to choose.
Yeah,
I wanna
He does
know
choose
that
the
part.
smaller.
And you did
Slight
clarify
down
0
bet.
prenups, so that means you crushed it.
Maybe he married rich.
Yeah.
It didn't sound like it.
Well,
from
that
the comments.
hey, this I like
You
it.
gotta think outside of the box, man.
I like it. Hey, this might be. I gotta be divorced 7 times. So yes, I might go for that part. Yeah. Get
Cobb
me
trying to
richer
think through
every
all
time
of his
I
options. A call is
I don't know if
not out of
you guys are
line,
with
but he's gonna get shown that he made a good
fair
fold.
gender. Not a lot of rich.
Nice pickup
ladies
by
out there
Andrew.
waiting
They don't have to be single.
To get married, usually they do.
This
Well,
conversation
maybe we are
is
not looking for
kind of off the rails.
The context of this conversation was marrying rich.
I mean, if it happens, sure. If it doesn't, you're not gonna force it, right? You know, you take what you take.
Forced marrying
You
rich.
grab what you
Marry
can
for
get.
love, ladies and
Oh, yeah,
gentlemen.
Grab it.
And sometimes wealth.
That's right.
Hey Tim, do you believe in soulmates?
Or both.
There might be another question for. Do you believe in soulmate? Or do you believe in something called soulmate? Do you believe that's a thing?
I mean,
I vote for love though.
Okay, yeah, that's my friend. There we go.
I'm a true fairy tale
Do you believe in
princess.
soulmate? There we go. See?
I believe in
We're on the
it.
same page.
I believe. Believe in true love. Robert with
We're
fours.
asking a table full of poker players. We all had our soul sucked out of us years ago. we gotta not believe in it.
soulless.
Catman likes this jack 10.
I beat Tish definitely.
We
believe
haven't,
that's
had, we
accurate.
haven't had a chance to ask HB though.
If you ask Tish, she'll start telling you about the birds and the bees.
Probably one
No,
to
he
ask
was like
HB.
the-
Good shot for
he
Catman.
ended up
Pocket 4 is the
with
best on this
nuanced
flop.
answer.
It's gonna be interesting. Imagine Robert's gonna c-bet. Yeah, I like this c-bet. 2 overs in the gut shot to the middle pair. Catman loves it. MF gonna fold. Cobb gonna fold. Bam. That's a great card for Robert. I would lean towards betting this one more time. Really to charge 10-9, 6-5. With the intention of checking back on non-4 rivers. See what Catman wants to do. Great bet by Robert.
Can't even beat King High. Fucker.
Can't beat King High, can't beat Robert's hand.
Better than King High.
Nice. Well played by Robert. Good takedown, I like it. Not the best turn card for the Catman.
It's back to the nip button. It's all good. It's all good. Don't worry about it. I was talking kind of quietly.
Is there a time limit on it
No,
that I didn't know about?
no, but
I was gonna get to it. I was gonna get to it.
Okay, I just didn't know if you would.
I was definitely gonna get to it.
I don't mind.
Why I don't put it.
Thank you,
just happy that
everyone, for joining me tonight. Hope everyone's having a good evening. Watching this 2-5 no limit or 2-5-10 no limit hold up stream with me in the booth.
I knew
PDA
it
here.
wasn't his dangler, so
I just thought you'd forgotten about it.
I was just thrilled.
Been a fun game for y'all. Great group of guys. Great discussion. Great table talk. Great table talk. I'm glad we got the mics to better hear the table talk. Less of the floor, more of the table talk. Good on Bobby, leaving his mic there. No one getting dealt, nada. This is the not a splash pot. Cobb has 7 deuce and he's all in. There is a straddle. Andrew is going to call. Huang getting a great price. Just folds. Cobb needs a lot of help. Looks like they're going to go once. Set. No waiting. Has diamonds covered. Full house. That's going to be it for Cobb. Doesn't show the 7 deuce. Just ships it over. Not Cobb's night. Just not it.
Alright, I'm not putting on this one. Behind.
You're getting a lot of you're getting a lot of dollars back on your investment.
Alright, now the game is deeper. You can fuck around and triple barrel. You can't triple barrel 2K stack.
Pretty good.
I like
Now we can.
You're getting like 6x your
I like
investment.
mini big blind.
You're getting like 6x on your investment.
Listen.
You don't play good enough. to
You're
play
doing
that.
that. Yeah, but I'm not gonna get you. I don't need to practice. You see?
That was a good dagger. Good dagger by
I
now.
want to get good enough.
Now I know what you guys think of me.
Cobb gonna reload. Not.
The worst tournament player of all time. So,
No, you're speaking to that person.
no.
Yeah, 3,800.
Oh, yes.
Big queens for Catman. Just limps. That's a Catman thing right there. Cobb. Oh no.
Would you like some chips for now?
Or raise to 250. Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
He has run
New
into.
player. New player.
Oh no, Cobb. See how the Catman wants to play this?
Playing what? 38.
38.
This is a disaster.
38 total.
38 total to start the hand.
Got another special treat for y'all. Shanice is back, joining me in the booth.
I thought you were calling me the disaster, but now I see the hands.
An actual disaster, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, and Catman's gonna spring the trap. Catman historically limps a lot of big
That's what we
pairs.
call the dime time.
This is when you have the Catman image. This is the one of the plays that you get to run, which is this pocket fours or is it pocket aces? We don't
I actually
necessarily know.
think it, as much as I've played with the Catman and watched the Catman, I feel like it's heavily leaning towards aces, kings, and queens.
No nip button, right?
That's definitely fair.
And Cobb's just going through. Cobb's played with him a lot too. But I mean, when you've had a night like Cobb's and you get a hand like as strong as this, and then you get limp re-raised, it just your heart sinks.
You just got those chips, literally. Like, still have cash in front of you.
I'm not calling.
That's. I mean, I agree. You shouldn't be calling. You should be ripping it or folding. But after posturing like this, I think he's just gonna fold. This is.
He should have been stuck more.
You can only die heavily once or twice and then jam, but
I would have stuck more. If,
I played with Cobb a lot too, and he's never given the reverse tell on the side. So it would be a sick move. It would be a sick move.
I mean, if he actually had aces here and was able to sell this story, that would be very sick.
As long as Tim doesn't have aces, you have the equity shown on the screen, 30%.
Which is a lot.
Good
Don't be
fold
kings,
by
don't
Cobb.
be mean.
Good fold.
Yes. What was it?
Shows Cobb. And that should help Cobb get a little relief. Even though it's not his night, you made the right fold. That's what you're there for. Fold when you have the worst hand, try and lose the least amount of money. And when you have the best hand, try and pile it in.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a very kind show, so he doesn't have to sit here agonizing.
Yeah, I actually am not a big fan of showing out in the field, but on stream I think it's different. They're gonna see it anyways.
That is very true.
We're a very friendly group of people. It's not like we're 9 sharks, you know, trying to. I mean, we are nine people trying to get after each other's money, but we're not gonna hide everything. They can just go back and load.
That's true, yeah. Give it 20 minutes, run to the bathroom, check the hand.
Yeah. Someone asked me what I had, I'll tell them the truth. Now on the floor, my answer is very.
Oh yeah, I lie to you guys on the floor. I'm not even gonna lie. I may tell you one card. I usually have one card that's real and a fake card.
For that.
200.
But long way here with ace being still a nib button. I don't know who else has a nib button. I think, well, actually I think Cobb still has a nib button. And I think that might be, I think Cobb is paying the net tax again.
Poor guy.
No, I like the game.
I had 10 bigs.
And as a poker player, you know, some nights just aren't your nights to win.
When it rains, it pours.
That's the way it feels. It definitely feels like when it rains, it pours. But as you all know, his evening could very much turn around in one hand. I mean, last week we saw an $11,000 limped $20, even though it was a $200 splash pot, it was still a limped $20 pre-flop hand that became an $11,000 pot.
That was one of the crazier hands I've seen.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Make it as weird as possible.
Oh no, MF's still got a nib button. There's hope. Not this hand, but there's still hope. All you can do is hope to play your best.
Absolutely. I mean, with multiple straddles live as well, I mean, if we're up to 40 and 80.
It's a big game. This isn't a 2-5 game. It wasn't a 2-5 game last week. It's still not a 2-5 game this week.
Not even close.
That's how you increase viewership.
Welcome to Texas. That's why we love it.
You don't find games like these anywhere else.
Raising boom. Call you boom.
Don't find games like these anywhere else.
This guy rocks, man. This guy knows how to play the spin game. Auto. This should be like auto.
Tell you what, that baby good. It's great, but that sauce gives you the worst breath.
Noah's up $3.
I blow everything up, man.
No making out.
I guess because the small blinds have happened enough so that he's down just $2.
one small blind.
Yeah. So he's up $3. That's wild.
Yeah.
Well, you know, considering he lost that big hand to MF earlier,
Yeah,
that's actually a comeback.
Would you like a slow make-out session?
I think it's wild when people.
Careful what you're looking
It shows on stream that people left even, and then they tell you like, yeah, I left dead even. You're like, based on blinds and everything, that's so hard to do.
Literally, like, to the dollar.
I understand being down $30, being up $30. That makes sense to me. But like dead even for what you've been playing for 4 hours for your buy-in, that's wild to me.
Tim, did you want one? You good?
Yeah, that is interesting. It would be tough to do.
Please don't chase me.
MF needs to wrap this up. He's got to leave soon. I don't know if you know this, but MF always leaves between 8 and 8:30.
Oh.
He's a man
I don't have cards, right? Oh, yeah.
of schedule and consistency. He's only ever stayed for the stream, I think, once. I don't remember why.
Depends. Depends on who.
I gotta assume he's got a wife at home that expects him for dinner at a certain time.
I do not know.
Like that.
I don't think that's the case, though. I think he just goes to work. He wants to make sure he's ready for work the next day.
That's real too. Either way, much respect for consistency.
They were talking about.
His mood
They were
is
saying that
more or less the same if he's
forgot
up 1,000 or
how-
down 5. Up 5,000, down 5,000. His mood is the
what
same.
a beast a
Which is-
Olajuwon was.
I mean, if I'm
And
if
then
I'm
you
like
start
that when I'm
watching
his
clips
age,
and you're just
I'll
like,
be
oh my
ecstatic.
God,
'Cause
this guy was a beast.
Hey man, staying sharp, out, active, playing poker.
Big time beast.
He's way higher.
like I mentioned earlier, early on in the stream, he 3-bet
Old school
King Queen
NBA
offsuit.
was way more
MF
physical,
2 years
too.
ago never would have done that. So
every,
it's really
like,
cool
$10
seeing that
before
he's
they
adapted
even,
his
they
game after
eventually
watching us play, playing
kept
with us.
bleeding, and then nobody
He's made
bowled us.
real-time adjustments.
Nowadays, like,
I know he's not studying.
Oh my god, my finger.
So that's not a real thing. He doesn't have a coach. He doesn't.
Paper cut. What?
He's just making a real-time adjustment, which is awesome. It's great.
Don't get in your eye.
Take a water.
Absolutely. If you're not changing, you gotta change, you gotta adapt. That's the thing about poker. You can always
You
learn.
know what I used to hate?
Every hand, every
They're all these,
table
like,
is completely different.
Let's say legendary
And it's
players.
beautiful, it's
especially in
never
the
ending.
NFL.
It is.
You hear about some legendary safety.
It's
or
very
linebacker,
rare that two players
and then
will
you're
ever
watching
play
it in
a hand
classic,
exactly the
and
same.
it turns out that
No,
they're
it can be
just the
close,
dirtiest motherfucker
but
ever, like,
exactly the
poking
same.
the
And
person's
it's
eye.
different bet sizings. Could be $5 different. Could be $100 different. There's just all sorts. That's why we
There was
love it.
definitely some.
Infinite possibilities, literally. 52 cards with infinite possibilities.
Cobb getting a great price now in the straddle. Not unreasonable hands to see a flop with. which sometimes we do see. It is okay for these players to get dealt hands. Not a great flop for anybody.
Yeah, I was about to say a 10 would have just gotten everybody involved, but
yeah. Queen 10, Jack 10. There's lots of them. Diamonds though for 2 players. Robert has to think he has the best hand now. I imagine, even though I would like to see a bet there. Definitely hope. Outside of Queen 10, we probably have the best hand. Gonna go for a little bit of value. Hope we don't get raised. Cobb might pay this off.
Put the random number generator on the TV.
You would have think Robert would have bet a king on the turn. So in Cobb's mind,
it's like anything, literally. PBS,
I guess we don't beat any of his jacks though. We don't beat Jack 10.
Was good, yes.
Jack Queen. But
You did? Oh, wow.
I don't mind
catching diamonds. Yeah, you're
I know
just
all
bluff
of your
catching
promotions
diamond
that
draws.
I was pretty tempted.
I don't think Robert has any
Any
diamond draws. I don't think he has a bluff. He just, everyone checks through and he bets into 3 people on a Jack River. That just doesn't seem like a bluff.
Yeah, it definitely feels more like value.
Rebel Poker,
Okay.
glad to have you in the chat tonight. How you doing this evening?
Catalog.
Can't say that I haven't ever tried to bluff 4 people, but it's tough work.
Your story better make some sense if you're gonna try and bluff people. You can't just pick a spot and say I hope it works. You better be.
Well, you can, but then you just make the Pikachu face when you get called.
When was the last time I bluffed? I think it was recently. I got a bluff through on 4 people. It wasn't a big bluff. My story made sense, and no one really had much of anything.
You know that also they do
But it wasn't a big bluff. Like getting a big bluff through on 3 or 4 people
if
was
you refer a
hard.
friend.
Aces versus Jack 7 suited. It's going to be really hard for Jack 7 suited to win this hand. Really hard. See what sizing Andrew wants to choose. This is really small. 40.
And
A third.
he's sucking me. Oh my god.
I definitely want to go small. Catman looking for the 10 of diamonds really on the turn. That's about it.
10's okay. Now there's hope. Andrew gonna size up. I don't like sizing too much up on this because then you start eliminating a lot of his 1 pair hands. Close to pot's okay. Catman's just gonna fold. It's interesting.
I don't want
him
to
fold.
I want to raise. But I don't think you are folding.
He's right. Andrew was not folding.
Yep.
Basically had the hand nailed.
Yeah, Rebel Poker. I'm disappointed too. Houston. I feel like we kind of got screwed on the guarantee for our main event being a 500k instead of a milli. That also is reflected in the price too. That could have been some more expensive tournament, but who knows?
Where did they place the buy-in? They did 500 or?
For the 500k, I'm not actually sure. It's probably gonna be like a.
Thank you.
I imagine it's gonna be a 600. The last time we had a half a mil guarantee, it was like 6 or 650. Something like that. I know we've had 500s before, but since the schedule's not entirely published yet, I'm trying, guys, as soon as possible.
My niece told me the other day. She's like, "Hey, do a heart."
We can only go off
I
of
went
what
like this, and she's like, "Yeah, you're old as
we've
fuck."
had in the past.
Well, either way, I know we'll have great turnout. I know it'll be a good tournament.
Oh, it's $800, Rebel. Okay, you got the know-how.
Je suis.
That's still not bad. $800, 500k guarantee. The 100k guarantee is, I believe, a 300, so that makes the 800 for 500 seem a lot better.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I want to hear his smoking conversation.
No.
Are you going to try and play in any events?
I know.
If they don't have me in the box back here or doing something else, then I'll try to sneak into a tournament here or there. I'm actually going to Dallas. I'm going to drive up tonight.
Oh, you're gonna enter the main there.
I think I'm gonna take a shot at it.
Well, good luck. Good luck with that. For those of y'all that don't know, we're currently in the middle of the main event in our Trailblazer tournament series at the Dallas TCH location. So if y'all are out there, go check that out. I believe that one's a.
That one is a milli guarantee.
Milli guarantee.
So that is, yeah, that is a milli.
That was a good one.
Yeah, $800 for the main guarantee is definitely great value. They also have some satellites. I might warm up with a satellite tomorrow morning. Shake the rust off for only, I think it's 125 or 135, so it's a really, really great price.
Mandatory with MF in the pot.
I might try and play him in the Trailblazer. I don't know. It depends.
Yeah, it's it's one of those things. If it's in your backyard, a lot of good value, a lot of players that you're going to be familiar with, and just comfortable. Why not take a shot?
Oh, Rebel, it's the same as the 1 million. I did not realize that the buyer was the same as the 1 million guarantee.
You like that? You like that?
It makes me sad.
The commentator missed that. I gotta remind that person.
Off the backboard.
Wait, what did I miss? What did I miss? I'm gonna have to ask now what I missed.
Uh-oh.
I missed something. I don't know. I miss a lot, to be fair. You can't rely on me for anything. Don't quote me on that. Cobb floating at 6 high. Turning a flush draw. Now facing a 2/3 pot bet. From Kareem. What does he want to do? He's in the straddle. He has way more 2s than Kareem ever does. It'd be a great spot to turn our hand into a check raise semi bluff.
I think if he could see through the cards, he would not make that choice because Kareem is definitely not going anywhere, but I do see where you're coming from. That would be a great play.
All right.
Give ourselves a way to win the hand without getting there, but we don't get there. Now we're stuck with 6 high. This would be a very interesting spot. I don't think Kareem's gonna. Yeah, I don't think Kareem's gonna bet if you check to him.
911 was the emergency.
I don't know why, but I thought he had an ace there. And I was right. Does not happen.
Maybe an interesting spot.
No, probably not.
Get a change.
I think he's using some kind of weird Chinese thing.
He was.
I told you, I think he's writing good.
Yeah, the out of position leading is one of those.
I had that hand that I won with
concepts
4 times.
that can be difficult to implement.
The story wouldn't have made sense for me if Cobb had called turn, led river.
It's alright.
Because I believe Cobb's strong hands, based on the stack size to the pot size, should just be check raising the turn and then betting the river. Because if you check call turn, you're gonna let a lot of the hands Kareem is gonna continue with call big raises and call down river. Now you're also when you check call with like a big hand, let's say you hit quad, you're just gonna make the minimum. Actually, you're gonna make. I would check raise with quads on the turn.
Right.
Hope he has aces. Hope we can get stacks because that's the only way I can get stacks. Is by check raising.
Hong Kong people and Taiwan people are on the same team.
I mean, aces are kind of a poor example because I think the money's going to go in somehow on the river. But, like if he somehow had, what was the turn, an 8? If somehow an ace 8, that's just how we're going to get the max. Because ace 8's never going to reopen the pot, but it's certainly never going to fold.
Right, they definitely have to flat call there.
Yeah.
Rebel sad to hear that the main change. Maybe I can try and convince them to do something. I don't know how much pull I have. Probably not a lot. Actually, probably none at all for that.
Maybe me and you together and Rebel.
I'm not a tournament director. Not a tournament director. Long opening ace-5 suited. No $20 straddle. This is just a $10. Cobb playing the 7 deuce game with himself. This is the second time tonight he's done.
So even if you
First time ran into 8s all in pre-flop.
Right? You couldn't win a hand.
I wonder if the 7 deuce game is on.
So you're back in the game.
Top pair, bottom pair, middle pair, everyone connects.
I thought it was hard to make a pair.
It is. 1 out of every 3 hands. So this is 1 out of every 3 hands for all for these hands. For all manifesting once.
Or like they're worth X amount. You know what I'm saying? Like okay,
what Cobb wants to do with middle pair after a bet and a call.
Like they're worth like.
Let's see who's the kicker.
You know, like if you get to the last dealer. Like what happened
Not a great,
at the last dealer?
not a great card for the ace five or the seven deuce. King jack is not great at that. 8-6 does get there, but
They have to pay.
When?
If they still have
gonna check it. Oh, and seven deuce makes it. Got there for free.
Yeah, but
Let's see if we can get any value. I think he should be leading this, targeting a king X.
like you don't
I
want
think he should be going pretty big.
Then it's getting stale.
Right.
So it would have to,
You're saying if the game is going to break.
250.
You have to pay out.
He could have gone a little bit bigger.
right. You have to pay.
Evan didn't check back the turn to fold on this river, but this looks awfully a lot like what it
You
is.
have to pay out for every nip button you still have. Like you would if you wanted to leave the game with one nip.
Pays it off though.
Right. Yeah, okay, I can get behind it.
Yeah.
Gets rid of his nib button too.
It's the worst hand that does it.
See?
The irony.
It didn't work for you the first time, so.
I was about to
Second
say,
time's the charm.
I think Cobb went smaller because after how tonight's going, he just he wants that
A little
call.
bit of.
Yeah, he wants that call.
Rob's very self-aware of his image, and he's been caught bluffing several times. So I would use that image. Try and use that image to my advantage.
Go a little bigger.
Yeah, just go a little bigger. Not like egregious or anything. I think he gets size up to 300 maybe. Just try and get the extra 50 bucks out of it.
Just need some momentum.
I like it. True half pot bet.
That's what I tell myself when I do the dishes. Just win.
Hey, miss.
Win.
Still here. And he's up.
Game good. Can't leave.
I've used that excuse far too many times, and I've lost a lot of money far too many times because of that excuse. The game was good.
Yeah, I need to work on my reasons to get up from a table.
It's all about. I've been trying to convince myself this over the last
I lost my
year
shot.
that it's about. Poker's all about long-term looking at. It's a big picture game, and a lot of people look at it as a short picture game because the sessions are individual, and when you treat it like a big picture game, it makes getting up from these sessions just easier. And I've been trying to do that. When I'm stuck, when I'm up, I can come back tomorrow. And lately I've been doing a little bit better. But still, so hard, especially when the game is so good.
Absolutely. People that don't play poker don't understand how we can spend 8 hours, 12 hours in a poker room and it feels like nothing. But
Dream opening. I don't know whose 200 this is. I think it's MS. I'm actually pretty sure this is MS 200 in the middle. Robert, after calling the 40, should call at least once. Cobb not going to defend the queen 8, or should he?
Hell yeah.
King high, great for Robert. Now he just has to hold on. Cream not one to give up. A bet's most certainly going to come here. Robert's hand looks a lot like either this or a pair. I think Cream could have even sized even smaller. Quarter pot. Could have bet 175, 200. Gonna get called. Robert's never folding now. Not a great card for Kareem to continue betting on. He does have all the aces, all the ace kings, all the king queens, pocket jacks, pocket kings, but when you're betting here, he's never folding a king, and you're really just trying to get him to fold pocket eights, pocket nines, pocket tens.
yeah, his calling range is going to end up having a lot of the king X's.
Robert's gonna eye a stack. Doesn't want to let Kareem get there. Just ships it. That's a pretty big shove too. Good pickup by Robert nonetheless.
Yeah, absolutely. Didn't want to see a spade. Didn't want to see a 10 from what we can see on our side.
Didn't want to see any other Broadway other than his. No ace, no queen, no 10. All make his life kind of miserable.
He's like,
no spade. But there are tons of clean rivers.
I don't know about clean rivers, only dirty ones. My rivers are always dirty for some reason.
That was too perfect.
What's that?
That was too perfect. You played it perfect.
Yeah, whatever he said.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, whatever he said.
Doesn't mean I liked it.
Got our graphic down at the bottom. Cobb and K1 kind of throwing the party here.
Yep. Noah's now down $34 instead of up 2.
Stuck. Yes.
Or up 3.
We love company.
I mean, I think I'd rather take a small loss than a $3 win. At least you know you were trying.
If I have a $3 win, the $3 is going to the dealer.
100%.
Noah's not been getting blinded out. He's been there this whole time. He's just been folding because his hands have been booty. He might have stepped away for a little bit, but 3-bet incoming. I like it.
Poor Kareem, a couple hands in a row where it's just been a little rough.
This hand not quite good enough to do it with. He could see a flop if he wanted to. Try and outplay Andrew.
They're good. Up by 20.
Is gonna take a flop.
I don't really watch it.
Ace high would be disaster.
They have a good like.
Jack high, great news for Andrew.
Like overall, or are they heavy, top heavy?
See what he wants to do on this flop.
Sam, OKC, and honestly, Houston. We're really good this year.
I like the check back.
We beat Cleveland
Can
twice in the last
go
week.
both ways. Oh, this is
Yesterday.
a dream
We're the
card.
only team that beat OKC and Cleveland this whole year.
This could cost Kareem a couple $100.
And you have our old coach. He's pretty good.
Yeah, he is.
Go real small here on the turn.
When he's not cheating on his wife.
Yep. Yeah. Honestly, pretty good then too.
An unusual line taken by Andrew.
When that happened too.
Yeah, he did it.
Ace King could delay C-bet like this. King Queen could. Kareem looking really confused. Great spot finding extra value. And a perfect run out. Now this is the perfect run out for him to try and get called by Ace High. If he had a hand like King Queen, he would need to blast off. So I would like to see a large bet from Andrew. 900, 1,000.
But you want to overbet the pot.
Yeah, the way Kareem's played his hand, he just doesn't have a super strong hand here very often. So I don't think it's gonna. I think he's gonna more likely to call a big bet than a medium-sized bet.
I bet a couple times. I think it's I could get just a chicken and be happy.
Noah is the 3-bet king at the table. He does 3-bet a lot.
Very rarely.
Actually, I meant to, when I was on the other side, I meant to show the 3-bet percentage for you guys today.
I didn't even know. I know we have a lot of options on other stats we can show, but there's like some weird ones too in there. I remember looking at the thing last time, and I don't remember what they were.
There's a tank time one.
Yeah, that one. That one's the one. I think it's the most interesting.
Let's see if we can. Can you roll the 3-bet percentage?
Kareem looks him up. Well played by Andrew. Found a lot of value in a spot where most players wouldn't have. Well played. Does get looked up. 725, not a terrible bet. 725 into 900. Good sizing. Gets paid. Big pickup.
Super Acrono says that Noah would have 3-bet him every hand.
He does. Yeah. He does. Noah 3-bets a lot.
I like it.
I mean, as you'll notice when you move up in stakes, the amount of 3-bets and 4-bets increases just exponentially, and it should.
That is 100% accurate. I haven't played as many of the bigger games, but I've definitely dealt a few, and
these players really get after it.
Absolutely. If you're new to the game, you might take a 4-bet as something as aces. I'm like, no,
aces
that's
only.
that's 7-6 of diamonds right there.
Little preview. Evan's got 4 deuce in the straddle. Okay. Oh, we got lots of straddles on. The old 5, 10, 20, 40, 80.
Love it.
Noah calling 80. His stack size is very interesting for this. If he's just calling, he's intending on jamming to a raise. No raised.
Those had to be really bad. I thought about calling him.
Made it 200.
Takes it down, easy peasy.
Only
I mean, that's a lot of
None
dead
of it's
money.
getting through.
On 140, it's like $180 in dead money.
Whatever.
What else
Only
can you ask for?
premium.
With nines there.
Queen 4.
Take that every time. Especially with
Whoever
nines.
Whoever ace 3 say, yeah. Whoever ace 3.
Nines were my lucky pair for a while.
Lucky pair. I feel like I played enough poker in the past 2 months to where I don't know if I can attribute any one pair with more success than the others, outside of aces. Just because it's aces. That's the nature of aces.
That's the one that's supposed to, right?
I'm on the
That's
1-3
supposed
list right
to.
now.
Bankroll's cat. Bankroll's cat. Don't worry. Doesn't matter.
I'm one of those. I feel like I'm starting to remember the times that I lost with aces more than the times that I've won. But I try to remember, try to be balanced. Life happens. Aces get cracked.
Surprisingly, I'm a very positive player, and I remember more times I've won than, like, I've obviously remember a lot of the big spots I've lost, but I remember a lot of the big spots I've won.
That's
Positive memories.
Absolutely. Glass half full.
That is not the flop.
Yeah. Got some kind of overlapping cards. Both players are going to still be interested in going to the
Korean
turn.
flops, top pair, Catman with 2 overs and a gutter. Gonna continue at least. I believe it's 10-8 something. Go to a turn. 10-8, 5-6. Spicy. Top pair, good kicker for Kareem still. 9-7 does get there, but there's a lot of hands we can get value from. 8-9, 8-7, Jack, Queen Jack, Jack 10, Queen 10. So we're going to keep betting. Hope we don't get raised. I like the larger bet.
I feel like I'm starting to see a pattern with you. You like big bets.
I do.
You cannot lie.
I do like big bets, and I cannot lie.
Do you feel like that's a function of being a Houstonian, being a Houston player, or do you bet big all over the country?
I think I like to gauge my game differently in different areas because different areas respond to bet sizing. Bet sizes differently. Like in Las Vegas, you see a lot more
I don't think
the Las Vegas grinders show you a lot more what you'd see online and like No Limit 500, 200, 100. Those games where the opens are like 2.5x, the 3 bets are 2.5 to 3x, the 4 bets are like 2x to 2.5x. Where here you get a lot bigger sizings. People like to call on Texas, so you just gotta punish them.
Yeah, absolutely.
See you later, man.
If you're betting big to try to get him out, it doesn't work a lot of the times. But betting big for value.
Yeah, in a lot of the Vegas games, you have to play a lot more methodical. Players are much better at exploiting spots where you can be exploited. I mean, like that spot where Kareem was betting, he just doesn't have a super duper strong hand a lot. And if Tim wanted to, he could have check raised the crap out of it. Ace high versus ace high. Robert really likes 4-3. This is like the 3rd or 4th time he's played 4-3 in one of the straddles.
Let him cook.
How come when I play your range, it never, like nothing.
Did he bet and take it? Did you steal it from him?
Yes, you do.
No, I know.
I think he stole it from me.
Stole
No,
it.
he didn't.
I don't
No.
play those cards anymore.
You probably had the same, maybe 3-5.
Yes. They were suited though. It has to be suited. No,
I think Catman stole it. Who stole it? Nobody had anything.
I basically
Ace high is the best
Pretty
hand.
hot. Yeah.
I often tell people
I don't
that I just lost my train of thought. No, when they say you stole something from me, I'm like, no, I had the best hand. They're like, what do you mean I had a pair? I'm like, no, you folded, so I have the best hand.
Absolutely.
They're like, no. I'm like, I don't think you understand how this works.
Is there really no one on this?
You guys ran.
It's absolutely accurate. Winning a big pot in Vegas is just a small to medium-sized pot in Texas. I had a friend send me, because it's all relative, because it's big blind relative to a lot of the regs. And he's like, I just won. He's like, check this hand history out. I just won like a 500 big blind hand, and like he sent it to me. I'm like, what stakes were you playing? He's like 1-3. I'm like, get out of here.
Yeah, right.
You want to I did congratulate him. Yes, it is a big pot, big blind wise, but it's like, come on, we have that on the regular $1,500 pot.
1,500 at 1-3. Yeah.
1-3.
Yeah.
What are the largest 1-3 pots I've got here? I played several larger than $5,000 1-3 pots here. Several.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can totally see it.
Easily in the 3-digit number.
I'm kind of blanking on my biggest 1-3 hold'em hand. 1-3 PLO, I've definitely.
Oh yeah, PLO gets
we're
way out of there.
6-7K in a 1-3 PLO game here.
Yeah, we get $2,000 to $3,000 1-3 hands regularly.
Yeah.
MF has departed. See if we have a player on the list to replace him with. Hopefully we do. I know we had some people waiting.
We struggled to 320 with him.
Definitely had some interest. I guess he's held out right until the end of his curfew. Game was too good.
Like clockwork though. Like clockwork.
This has definitely been a fun group. A few players I wasn't personally as familiar with. Mostly in the middle there. But
Kwong? Oh, he's fantastic. This is the tamest I've ever seen him play.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Super nice guy, super great guy. Can really mess you up.
I believe it. He's made some plays. He's got a stack in front of him.
You've been playing tight, so. Yeah, don't do nothing crazy.
Oh.
Hey, I've been playing tight. Just call.
Beautiful hand for Robert. Ace queen suited. Versus diamonds stepping on each other.
Diamonds have manifested. Kwong flopping real big here. And we need to get the card reader fixed. I'll just yell out the cards from the board into the microphones. Cobb not going to be folding his flush draw here to 1 bet. Does not want to see diamonds. That is not the deuce of diamonds or deuce of clubs. That is the 9 of diamonds.
Change things a little bit.
New Nick game on 2. Oh no!
Wow.
It's Kwong gonna bet. I would bet big here.
Cobb today is just.
It's just not his day either.
Yeah.
Oh, and for those of y'all that don't know, the really ugly chip on top of the yellow chip is a 5,000 chip. It is poop brown. I don't know who chose those colors, but boy, is that not a good choice.
What about hot chocolate? So come on, half full. You're such an optimist.
I know. I got shown those chips within the first week because they weren't in circulation yet. But the first week that we opened, one of our friends showed me the chip, and I was just like, "What is this? Who chose this color?" Alex, this is Texas Card House Houston, located on Westheimer, right in the center of Houston. Well, not the center, but basically.
Yeah, I go to the university.
Kwong, in love, gonna go big.
Will a paired board save Cobb any money at all?
North, like Round Rock, or the.
This is a disgusting spot. We now have a flush that beats no flush, because I don't think Kwong's gonna bet 3 deuce of diamonds to this sizing. So we have a pure bluff catcher. We now lose to all boats and all of Kwong's flushes. Oh, it is so hard to fold a flush in real time. Too, he makes the call, is gonna get shown the bad news.
Right.
And I feel so bad for Cobb.
You going for the PhD or what are you gonna do?
And
And then what, like, work at a hedge fund or like academics, or what are you thinking?
Big pickup for Kwong though in that hand.
Excited. I probably always, as a little kid, like actuary.
Yeah, absolutely. And probably, I mean, with him having a 7 blocker too, he was just
Oh, I'd be in love
himself.
with his hand.
Is that getting crushed by? Are you hitting
If Cobb had King Jack, so be it. That's really the only full house I think he ever shows up with. And so once you said the 7's super important, Cobb doesn't have 7s very often. I don't think he has 9s very often.
He probably would have heard some 9s a little sooner.
Yeah, Alex, the graphics were messed up. It wasn't the 2 clubs, it was the 9 of diamonds. So the board was King 7 9 Jack with the 9 Jack and King of diamonds, and then the river was I think the Jack of clubs. So both players had a flush. Cobb with a 5 high flush. Phony. It's not big Cobb's night, and sometimes when it's a night like this, it becomes very hard to fold a hand as strong as a flush.
Oh, I can, yeah.
And I mean, Kwong found value. I mean, that's the hand he's targeting. I do agree. I think the Jack saved him money overall.
Mr. Bobby.
It could have saved him more. But I think you're right. I think had the river come out clean, he was going to check chip it.
Put me in, coach. Put me in,
You're
coach.
right. When you say it like that,
Yeah,
unfortunately,
Yeah.
it cost him 1,200, but
he could have lost more.
Could have lost the whole thing, 100%.
I played that hand so nitty and it saved me.
Me?
I think he played it. I was saying he played the hand so nitty and it saved him. I don't think he played it nitty at all. I don't think there's any real merit to check raising the turn. You end up eliminating all of the semi-bluff hands, and then
nursing is like a lot of
now since you're folding out all of his weak hands, you're only called by strong hands.
Absolutely.
Can I get
Ace King High is the best
That's what I'm thinking.
on this flop.
If he calls it, you can
If I can't even do that, I need to read
No diamond for K1. So.
Was the river? Oh, I don't know. I didn't pay attention to the actual physical board. Was the river a mystery too, and it wasn't paired? If that's
the river was definitely a jack. I saw him seeing
Okay.
the flop. Yeah, it was definitely a jack.
That's what I thought too. I don't know. Yeah, Cobb's talking about it. Yes, Alex, this game is in Houston. If you want to look us up, you can either call us the thing, or if you have Poker Atlas, just check it out in Poker Atlas. We have plenty of games going right now. We have 1-2 no limit hold'em going on the floor, 1-3 no limit hold'em, and this 2-5 stream game.
And PLO game started.
Oh yeah,
Got back
so PLA game started too. That's what I thought. I was pretty sure it was paired. I could be wrong. I'm wrong all the time. Look, you're taking advantage of the fact that I know I'm wrong all the time. Not Cobb's Day.
I didn't grow up in a big city.
We've had
random
today
card.
feels like
I
an
don't have a
unusually large number of hard mystery errors. We've actually occasionally, some occasionally, but today's been a little bit larger than normal.
Yeah, I was in the back before I came in here with you, and one of the decks was being a little stubborn today, doing what it wanted to do today.
But yeah, now I'm kind of becoming a little bit of a city. I don't want to.
See if the seat change will help Cobb. I think this is the first time in the entire history of this stream.
fucking around.
Oh, there's a 3-bet percentage. Yep, no is at top. Oh, Kwong's 13%. Robert, Cobb, and Kareem at 3% 3-bet. That's very low. I like that.
I feel like that was a sneaky 13% for K Wong. I haven't picked up.
He likes to enter the pot as the aggressor. I don't mind it.
Yeah, I know it's awesome. I just
It
didn't
makes
even
sense.
realize.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I knew Noah had 3-bet quite a bit, but I hadn't picked up on his. So it means they're working. I didn't even notice.
Noah did not fold 2 9s. Oh, on the flop he did. I'm confused now. Maybe on the flop. Cobb with a king high flush draw.
Dude, I'm telling you, like, it's crazy.
Kwong raises him with just an ace showing.
It's just like Houston's bigger.
Makes the flush.
And it's more.
Now we know Kwong doesn't have a flush.
But like the layout.
I'm gonna check back probably with his hand unless he has the ace of hearts.
You can't do anything without a car.
Does check back.
It's just kind of like real spread out. It feels
And
like
that's not a good run out. If Kwong has the ace of hearts, Cobb's in for it.
Yeah.
If he doesn't get any more value. It does not seem like the seat change
Not right now in the winter, but like
is helping him.
spring, summer, and fall. It's,
Come on, reach. What was that? 150?
little festivals, music festivals.
25.
Yeah, yeah.
Cities are kind of incomparable. Philly is a great city.
I'm
Philly's a really great city.
befuddled. It looked like
You got turned.
Basically,
He just folded the.
yeah, he just folded a king.
Yeah, I mean, it's not expensive. It's not.
Well, you
there's
got
definitely some drawbacks.
You got pre-flop.
not as expensive.
You
it's
got
not quite as
turned.
cold.
Alex, how long are you in town for? Unfortunately, this is the only big stream we have.
Hey, check the
Thursday
goddamn
nights
stream.
we have
Rely on any one of those.
If you have it on the floor during the week, this game runs on the floor. On Wednesdays, it starts at noon, and on Fridays it starts at 2. If you want, I can put you on the list. Let me know.
Yeah, but Kensington.
Phony, I don't know. I'm just as confused as you are.
Yeah.
I didn't believe
And then like.
How long are you in town for, Alex?
Like straight up game warfare, you know? It's rough. But if you're in Center City, like, forget about it. You don't even.
Alaska, that's
you
long. I've never been.
contact
You've been to
with it,
Alaska?
and
No, but I would love to go.
Might as well be in another.
In like July.
It's still gonna be cold, but
Not as cold. Any degree I can get, I'll take.
Evan defending the straddle, the $40 straddle with 5-4. And it's not Cobb's day. This is
Evan's flop all day.
Always sunny in Philadelphia.
Dude, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Evan's turn still.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lead this turn. That's gonna be it for this hand. I'm gonna get rid of his nip
That kind of
button.
gives me the trashy vibe. But I'm sure, I mean, you go to Austin, you find a trashy part. I mean, I've seen the really nice parts of Houston, the really trashy parts.
It's good.
Have you heard of Kensington though?
I feel like I have heard of Kensington.
It's pretty.
That's Noah's not playing hands. The 3-bet percentage gone down. I need to go out and tell him.
Sit down, sir.
Kind of went out of their way to like put all the druggies in one area instead of like dealing with it. They're just like, as long as they stay here, they don't mess with them. So it literally looks like an apocalypse movie. Like if you see the drive-bys on YouTube, it's like
Noah now up $76. Man, he's climbing up.
I swear to God, it looks like World.
I love it.
Cobb throwing the party, Kwong digging himself out of the hole. That big pickup through Cobb. Kareem digging himself out of the hole. Robert, Andrew having good nights. Evan's still having a quiet but good night. He was down a little bit, then he had the nice double up with Ace King through Kwong.
I feel like the crackheads here are a little bit more aggressive.
Catman? Been pretty quiet. Little pickups here and there. Catman
That wasn't as bad as people.
folds. Cobb folds, my favorite hand. Sad.
Ooh, I had 10-7 of hearts earlier. I also did not win, but I tried.
Thank you. Thank you. There's a lot of hearts gone.
Yeah,
The first 3 players all had hearts. Andrew with aces now.
4 raises to 500. 5 and 6 gold.
Are we putting the young kid on a mess around hand here, or are we thinking
No,
queens plus?
It doesn't have to be queens plus, but I think he has a much stronger hand than ace 9. I think ace 9 is just going to get mugged. Yeah.
That's it?
We're just kind of handcuffed by the strength of our own hand and the size of the pot. Alex, we'd love to have you on stream. If you want, you can call in. You can tell me, and I can put you down for the stream next week.
I think I'd just like to work for
Our stream games, the stream starts at 6.
Don't think I'd ever love
But
work for myself.
the actual game starts at 4 to 5, sometime around there.
Yeah,
Like I said, tomorrow we have the same games. It'll start at 2.
More experience.
If you want me to put you on the list,
I
we've
think
got
it's
a
really
we've
cool.
got a list going right now on
Able
Poker
to-
Atlas.
gotta
You should
master
download
it,
that if you haven't already.
We're gonna
Just
have
download
Amazon
Poker Atlas,
MVP.
make an account, and then you can
And you know what,
find all the clubs around you, get put on wait lists, and then go play.
Sorry, guys.
Game's great.
Yeah, I mean, I would say out of all the clubs around us, this is definitely, as far as like consistent 2-5, this is going to be the best game.
I pushed it over so much.
It's a fun group of guys on top of great action, in a great room. So,
It's the
come
last
on
thing you
down.
get from me. Mark my words. I pushed the chips over so I could get the things, and I didn't realize.
Kareem opening King 8 off on the button. That is, hope it's not $752.
What? Thought I was doing you a favor.
Probably
I
75.
graduated in 2020.
I was finding it weird when people
And worked for
like
long for 2
choose
years.
non-linear numbers
She, you know, showed me a lot of that
for,
stuff.
for
The hiring process.
I guess
like, the
non-linear,
people you
not
meet
the word, non-whole numbers
Dude, I talked to so many people that
for
you know, invest
raise
in business and
sizes,
have somebody
like
running, I'm like, bro,
36.
find somebody to run your fucking
When it's just so much easier to do 35 because it's
If you find somebody
red
good
chips
enough,
and a green
it tends
chip.
to be the people that are running their own business.
You know, I'm one of those. I have my funny numbers. I like 21. I'm a big Tim Duncan fan, so I bet 21 on the 1-3 or 23. Jordan's always good.
Or like people on Rivers are like, I bet $743, and come on.
I like to do rainbow bets, so like in this game, probably be like 130.
Oh yeah, just one of every chip.
Maybe
I was
131.
watching
Yeah,
one of those TED
absolutely.
Talks. I
Taste
forget
the
name,
rainbow.
but basically
There used to be
the whole concept
a guy
They
who played on the
studied,
stream
you know,
who would do that all the time.
a whole bunch of very successful people,
And
they found out
he
that
did it
it wasn't
very
school,
imbalanced.
grades,
So he had a really
it wasn't
strong
any
hand when he would do it,
social, it was grit.
and
Number
he,
one.
it took him a while.
she
It
wrote
took
a
a
book,
while
Grit.
because he always had a strong hand, but eventually he got punished for
People
it.
who had the most grit.
And
were
I
the
thought it
most
was funny.
successful, Period. It wasn't even like close.
But
Poker
you wanna
players
know
are very
something sad,
observant,
well,
so you can't
concept,
give any
you know what
information.
is the biggest indicator of social mobility?
It's just because it was a larger game. The balance mattered.
Lips look like availability. Oh no, that's not it. I'm sorry.
Everyone just started overfolding, and then eventually someone just he kept doing he did the taste the rainbow on the flop.
The most important
He just
factor
got
for a
trapped.
woman,
Yeah.
how likely they are to transcend the class that they were born in is how attractive they are.
Yeah, definitely have to mix it up. Definitely have to mix up bet sizings.
No, 6 has been a little quiet.
I mean,
Does still have his
sure,
mid
being
button.
attractive helps you in
Tall.
life, but
Actually, height and income have a direct correlation.
yeah.
Alex, if you plan on playing, this game can get incredibly deep.
Yeah.
The stream game, the min buy-in is 1,000. There's no cap. You can buy in for whatever you want. You want to sit down with $100,000? You can sit down with $100,000.
Well, Bezos is a short guy.
You want to sit down? You want to sit down with $10,000? Sure. The floor game, uncapped, but the min buy-in is
The really rich
500.
people are short because they do it out of spite. All their life they've been told they're too short.
Well, a lot of the
Stacks
entrepreneurs
don't. They do
that
get up
ended
there.
becoming CEOs are short, but the guys that got
It varies. Average stack is usually around $4,000 or $5,000, but there are days where the average stack approaches $10,000.
Against my best judgment, I'll give you those for
Giuseppe, you want me to tell him that the next time I step out?
From the 6, you got 6.
This is the stat I love.
Deuce,
Almost home run.
4, hell the fuck yeah.
I'll probably punt it off.
These hands have put Cobb in the blender for sure, and
You gotta be up now.
It shows, yeah.
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 Put it off now.
Yeah, put it up here.
Total tank time. Woo!
Stop playing good.
Give it to your neighbor is my advice.
I'm surprised to see Catman that high up.
Get behind corner.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I did not know he had this.
Donate to small businesses of America.
Look at all this fun
That's cool.
stuff.
Young immigrants of America.
I have both.
I think he was Hollywood with those queens for a significant amount of the time. That time. for
No,
Catman.
that was a legitimate thought process.
Oh, but yeah. No, I mean,
blow the machine up.
thought process and a little Hollywood, you know.
But don't,
A little bit of
Andrew,
both.
don't put your cards behind your stack. Oh my god. Then no one can see through an hand.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Sorry.
The dog can seat 9, seat
Nick, I don't know.
unfolded.
HV's tank time deserves its own category. Like, because once you start him to tank in a hand, it just doesn't stop. HV, I love you, my man, but we gotta work on that.
I'll buy
Yeah,
those.
HV brings the action though, so let
Can I
him
have
think.
old
Anyone
fashioned
drink
with no
Coke?
syrup? I'll take one, please. No syrup. No syrup.
Is Cobb gonna get
No cherry
the
juice.
flush
either,
over
yeah,
flush
not-
situation again?
Yeah, this board
We
is
get another
not
one here.
Basically, just the whiskey, bitter, and orange.
not quite
Yeah, you got it. Thank you.
what it
One more
is.
drink up here.
Cobb does make a pair though now.
Thank you, Bobby.
Now the best hand.
I'll do a. You guys have Love Street? Yeah.
Cobb now turning a pair with his flush draw, gonna call.
No, go.
Catman drawn real thin. I think 2 more clubs were folded. Doesn't get bailed out. A queen would have been interesting because it would have been disgusting to lose to 6 high with 3 deuce.
Absolutely.
This is a big bet. Catman really repping a 9. Cobb's just got just a bluff catcher. His clubs are pretty irrelevant here, though. Makes a disciplined fold.
Bully poker wins the day.
I don't pay attention, but I saw the matchup stats before the game, and the Rockets are 3-0 against them, but average score.
So you said you were thinking about going up to Dallas?
No, I can't go. I will be in San Antonio tomorrow. I have my wife, one of her friends, got engaged, so they have an engagement party. So we're gonna go to that. That's gonna be fun.
Oh, that is gonna be fun.
Might be hard to master.
Sort of like
it also haven't been in San Antonio in a while.
Sort of like
I don't really think there's anything to do there other than the Alamo. I mean, this zoo's okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. I mean, the Alamo is great, but once you've seen it a couple times, you know, if you're from Texas or been here.
89%.
What's going on with the poker? The new lodge is there. I don't know if you're gonna have time to play poker or not. Slip away, but
I won't have any time to play poker. I don't. When I travel for stuff like that, I make poker not a priority. I can play poker all I want
I'm
here.
exaggerating.
Definitely hurt him a little bit, yes. Even though he's still
Rebel, I do not know the answer to that question.
But you can still do the
hurt his
hacky
legacy. If you try to line everyone up, you have to.
If they weren't able to foul him, like all games,
find out for you.
like what do you do against him?
If not, we'll find out how you can get it.
Bring him down a step for that, just a little bit.
Yeah, it's crazy to me that he didn't make that like his #1 priority.
Now you call.
There is merch. If you go to TexasCardHouse.com, they have a merch selection store. Pretty good stuff. Shirts, hoodies, hats.
Go to that guy to shoot underhand. Truly. Anybody shooting under
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a fan of the TCH logo.
Did you see that game?
It's a good logo. It's a clean chip with all the suits.
Yeah.
They followed him on the 3-point
A-Town,
line.
what stat do you want to see more often?
I should raise you there.
I think the tank time one is very fun.
He's like at 90%.
I also like the 3-bet percentage.
That was a crazy ending.
That was a crazy ending, yeah. I didn't know that you get 3 shots and then you get to take the ball out. I thought you get 4 shots, but you get 3 shots and because it's a flagrant. Yeah.
Oh, they called it. They called it. Yeah.
Flagrant. Yeah. So you get the ball back.
I have no clue what they're talking about.
Definitely basketball. What kind of basketball?
You got it,
I'm not
you know.
sure.
I'm not a huge sports person. Never was. Are you?
I'm a sports person. Yeah. I played just a little bit of everything.
Yes, A-Town, the biggest bots thing is cool. I don't know if we need to show it a lot, but
like this
maybe
thing.
at the end of the stream we can
the skill out.
try and get that. Like have a closing out of stats.
Absolutely, we can do that. I mean, that's what we're here to see. We're here to see the big ones.
If we're playing a game with no skill involved, I have way
This
better
game will
chance.
be lined
I guess
up
it's
all
true.
the box
I wonder if we could timestamp it.
I have way better chance for sure, guaranteed. Take all the skill out. Pure gamble. Man, my ball, my
Start
god.
flipping some hands.
Just like, fuck it, let's fucking go.
A-Town, how are your legs doing right now?
I put that set on the table.
Oh, Kareem with the 5 deuce. Aces
Yeah, I
for
go deep.
Kwong. We could have a pot here. I mean, this is a straddled hand. This is, I think the 80's on. I like the sizing, 900.
Time time.
Oh, dime time. That's fine too. 1,000's fine. Your doctor says you should stay at home.
You make me nervous. I got good.
Rebel Poker, there is no cap for the 2-5, the 2-5 game. If you want to sit with $100,000 in our 2-5 game, you can sit with $100,000.
Dime's good.
See.
Aces.
No see.
I'm no nit fighter, man.
$500, no flop.
Play progressive.
That's a good aces hand.
Legs are killing you, but you're chipping. All right.
Wherever makes you happy.
That's a good trade-off. If my legs are killing me, I'll be glad
I
to
got
kill
aces.
it. I think
I
it.
got aces.
For reference, A-Town and I did legs today at the gym. He may have stepped in on the off day where I go extra hard.
I'm proud of you for not skipping leg day. Good on
I would
you.
never skip leg day. It's my favorite day.
That's your favorite day?
Yeah.
You're a glutton for punishment, huh?
Yeah, the future.
My legs are so much
Let's
stronger
make
than
poker-
everything else.
Yeah.
Okay. Work to your strengths.
They are the future.
And put
I need to go on the street and find them.
Rebel. This. So any 2-5 usually is uncapped. I know on the thing it might say 5. I can't say. I have to find this.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it says 5,000 is the cap. Sometimes we don't enforce that. No, we have had people buying for more than 5,000 before. So typically, the stream game for sure is uncapped. The initial buy-in, at least what's on the thing, is 1,000 to 5,000 or 100% of the big stack.
Yeah, pretty much every game here is going to be at least match the stack, except for the 1-2. So you can always at least do that, even if it's not just completely uncapped.
Straight for Noah. They're not that obscure. You just never done them before in your life.
You guys doing backwards lunges and stuff?
No, I did squats 3x4s. Then we did Bulgarian split squats with the kettlebell, and then we did high knee jumps, single leg knee jumps, and then we did leg press. Then we did calf raises. Then we finished it off with leg extensions.
Okay, that's the Bavarian split squat. That's the one that. That's
Yep.
the spicy one.
Noah over betting this river. Really charging a queen. Really charging a queen.
Are you allowed to call with blockers and hold them? Yeah.
I think blockers are overused in Hold'em. People say blockers without actually understanding what they're trying to use them for. You can use blockers in Hold'em, but you have to be very specific in the spot. It's not like, oh, I blocked the flush, I'm gonna call.
You had
just,
the little
just for
mic
that
in
reason.
front of you right there.
Right, 100%.
That's more like a receiver. So
The high knee jump, the high knee box. It's like a Bulgarian split squat. You put your back, the high knee jump is you put your back leg on the box, and then with your front leg, you squat down, and then you jump as high as you can and lift your knee up to your chest, and then you do it repeatedly. 8 on each side. Noah did this workout with us today too.
Oh wow.
Never make this far without your support.
I definitely like to see my bros doing leg day.
We'll make sure.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Bobby.
You're welcome, bro.
Appreciate it.
Have ace king. We can't have aces all in. Right? That's how blockers work. It's fine. Totally fine.
Off them all.
Sorry, I screwed this up.
My favorite one is when people say I have blockers and double or bomb pots, but that's not how that works because everyone's dealt is going to see the flop regardless. So it's not like they made choices to get there. It's just they can be dealt it. That's math.
I thought I was just a small one.
It makes it harder, yes. Impossible? No.
Oh yeah.
The button you would have
The only shadow that's like on is like the turn. Some people are doing like 20.
500 caps are not a thing.
So our 1-3 games play larger than most 2-5 cap games do, by quite a bit. Like you have people buying in our 1-3 games because our 1-3 max for a new game is 1,000. And you have people buying in for the 1-3 games for 500 to 1,000 all the time.
That's almost the standard.
It's pretty standard, 500 to 1,000, somewhere in that range. The 1-2 plays like it should. I don't have a problem with capped games. There are pros and cons to it, and this is a discussion probably for another time. But one of the big things is with a 1-3 game structured as it is and the 2-5 game structured the way it is, they're both not those games.
It's like pre-left and then
I'll wait.
If you want
I
to
think
dump
that's
down
why,
on somebody,
TCH has been very successful because we are able to have
If you jump in and he
3 to
jumping
5
with you, I'll
1-2
jump in with
games
you.
and
There you go.
2 to 3
That's
1-3
awesome.
games, and occasionally these guys get together. We have some bigger 2-5 games, so just something for everybody at every level.
Just like
Everybody playing together and consistently having
we are just degenerating
12 tables a night here. It's awesome.
It's like,
degenerating up to
6-5 of diamonds, gonna raise it up in the first straddle, or the second straddle. The third straddle is gonna defend with the queen deuce of
scan
diamonds.
this hand, scan this hand.
Kwong rescanning his cards.
I feel like this is the second week in a row everybody's had diamonds.
I will start off by.
I think the funnest thing is a lot of places the cards need to stay on the card readers for a small period of time before they pick up. Ours, if the card flies across the reader, it gets picked up. So you'll see a lot of people rubbing the cards, and you don't need to rub the cards. Once they've been scanned, you can take. You do need to wait till the dealer finishes so that everyone makes sure that they got scanned. But it's not like it's either scanned or it didn't get scanned. It's not
River was a 5th bluff.
loading.
It's a very good system. Sometimes you just like to try to rub some paint on those cards before you peel them.
I find myself after stream, it's more amusing to find all the people still scanning their card, waiting for the cards to scan, even if the stream's gone, because they still play at this table.
It's not enough.
Once you get trained, it's hard to break the habit.
Math right now. It's my first time.
Yeah, 1-3 it doesn't get that high, so I feel that. But I guess you can't even double 1-3 and be a blind raise.
Let me make sure I don't fold my hand.
Oh, what did you say?
Make sure I don't fold my hand. I'm gonna make sure I don't fold my hand.
Bye bye.
is an in-game hand card.
Yeah. Like, if somebody didn't want to play the name game, we just wouldn't play the name game.
We'll play it. Everyone else has to play it, but way too short for that.
Not really.
Short is perfect.
200, is it 200 each?
No, 200 total.
Oh.
Like, whoever loses the name game is going to lose $200.
But they can win it back the next hand.
Oh, I got it.
And you can splash pot too, yeah. So you actually have a chance of it.
Not $200.
So then play that.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, wait.
Play that hand really loosely, and then you can maybe lose all your chips, like the 200 plus everything.
There you go.
That happens sometimes.
Yeah, no, it's not a G. Yeah. What's up, man?
I think I'm good, but I don't know what calls me that's worse. You have anything? Maybe?
Yeah, high card.
Yeah, maybe you think about it and then fold.
Well, thought about it.
Bud's right. Bud's right.
So next thing.
I'm like, that's just your board. There's some random straight you might have. You can trap.
After that.
Some players never trap, but you could trap. Yeah.
I was just thinking, say, what's the chance you can?
Yeah. If I bet like you just
Yeah.
Oh, if you, I'm calling. Yeah. I'm not.
We normally do.
I check back turn. I'm calling.
Oh.
I mean, if you jam on me, I would like bitch of a none for like 3 minutes and then I'll call.
Yeah.
I'm also last in the mid button too. My stack isn't that big. You know what I mean? So it's like, what choice do I have at this point?
Don't feel like you're folding.
I'm not.
Oh wait, a new player joined us. Appreciate the love, Rebel. We try and do our best. Still trying to get a little better.
Touch it again, Joe.
Always trying to add to the stream.
Not those.
I've got a couple of changes I'm trying to get through. see who joined us in seat 2? Did you happen to see who joined?
I don't have a name. I don't have a name for him yet.
Pony Turgerson saying this dude keeps looking back for a lost GF or dog.
This butter. You just like caught it and lost.
Sometimes you gotta find stuff.
That's hard to defend that one.
You kind of can't.
Could be seeing the ghosts of Rivers Past.
Oh, he's not being dealt in because they're gonna finish the Nate game. That's what's going on.
Okay.
I believe that means there's only two or three knit buttons left out there. Cobb with jacks. Limping. No raising with 4s. Oh. Kareem. Oh, no. Oh, this is the splash pot.
This is a splash pot.
Oh, Cobb with a great limp. 40. Just going to get it in. Probably going to get looked up by Noah.
Oh, you got the Red Bull.
If the stack sizes are right,
He's gonna
Noah
get
has enough to fold.
Well, there's 200 in the middle. Kareem just calls the 300. Yeah.
I guess, yeah, the Kareem's 300 does change the math.
So there's 800. There's $800 more. So, and your 3's in there, so it's 1100. So there's 2600 in the pot, and so it's 1500 to win 2600. The reps are a little. Or it's no, it's 1500 more. It's 1200 more to win. Sorry. Oh, he does make the right fold though. Kareem might want to gamble.
Nah.
Everyone makes it the good laydown though.
You picked up 700 for free.
Yeah, that's a good pickup.
Hey, to see anyone?
Absolutely great result for Jacks.
In that spot, I kind of want.
I'll give you 10. Better yet.
I don't know, Cobb's been a rough day. But you're
There's
right.
There's only one way to get unstuck.
That is true. That is true.
All right, now
Jack
C2
folded
can
one
join
time.
the game.
Yeah, I mean, I think objectively, you're right. You definitely want to call. You always want the call, but you know, sometimes when you haven't been running as well,
You're okay picking up dead money.
yeah.
I would just 40. I would just 40. It's not easy.
Yeah, that's right. Now we have a new player joining us in C2. Now we got a full game again.
Yes, C2 is now in these parts.
All right, let's welcome the new guy. Somebody 3-bet him.
That doesn't even feel like an initiation. Getting 3-bet in your first hand. That just feels like
Where you want to be?
pain.
220.
Yeah.
Sit down, look at a hand. Oh man, I get 3-bet immediately.
Yeah, you can put whatever
No
you
thank
want.
yous, no welcome to the table.
Yeah, no welcomes. Yeah, just 3-bet.
Monetization. Like, you guys surprised me.
All right, now we'll do like a
PJ. PJ is joining us in C2. Glad to have you, PJ.
Since Juicy's not here, I'll be meow.
Do you have a moniker you choose to go by if you ever play in stream games?
Champion.
You go by
I'm
your name.
usually She Nice.
She Night. Oh, that's a nice play on words.
Who's my
It's kind of annoying.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, thank you.
I think it looks like I'm fucking with you. Maybe I am, but.
The poker community gave me that one, so I will use it.
Dude, why you have the fence?
Oh, what did we say about the 3-betting? Welcome to the table.
Yeah, welcome to the table, PJ.
I swear I had not seen this hand play out yet.
Why you have the fence?
PJ came to play. No hesitation. Let's gamble. Oh, that all right. The 10 in the window looked great, and then the rest of it looks like booty.
I mean, he has the King of Hearts, which he doesn't mind, and the gut shot, so
He's
might-
gonna see at least a turn.
Yeah.
I imagine.
Unless, what was this bet here? 250.
250 into 9. Yeah, he's. We didn't call the pre-flop bet to just fold here. Thinking about some devious things. Yeah, gonna at least see a turn. I imagine gonna bluff a heart. That's not a heart. That's
PJ, right? Hi, man.
oh, that's
You fucking are.
PJ checks back. I just think I have the best hand here every time. And I think if I were to bluff it, I'd have to bluff it for all of it.
Yeah.
I don't think he has a very strong hand, based on the way he played this.
Oh, you don't think PJ has?
Yeah.
Right.
So if I'm in Kwong's shoes, so I'm gonna. It looks like his bet's targeting that a queen, you know, like king queen, with a heart.
Yeah, basically exactly the same.
Exactly the hand he has. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job targeting.
I mean, the ace is the perfect card, especially
Yeah.
since you check the turn.
Makes it discipline lay down. Good fold, PJ.
And that's one of those spots where you don't want to have the king of hearts, right? You want.
I'm indifferent there because I feel like the king of hearts. A lot of the hands that he has that we want to be bluffing with would bet the turn anyways.
I thought he had ace.
So
The other ace.
that's a spot where I don't think blockers actually.
You guys,
Doesn't matter.
you guys are trust issues.
He's not the stack to pot ratio was so small that like all the combo, like if he had king queen of hearts, he would just ship the turn anyways.
I kind of believe in it, but I think you have a bunch. Like they're all around the world.
So when he checks the turn leads river, it's going to be lots of really strong hands like ace king.
I'm going when I get it in the car when I go home. I'm gonna watch that one.
Dude, you will realize how incredibly tight I play.
Ace king or ace jack are really the most likely hands. I think all of his two pairs and sets and straights continue to bet the turn, but ace king and ace jack can check pretty comfortably because they both can take a bet.
Raise it up. Boom.
Boom.
Yeah, absolutely, that makes a lot of sense.
Boom.
Alright, I'll give you action.
Cobb's going to give action with the deuces.
Give him a deuce.
High board, I triple barrel.
Low board.
He deserves
I might have
it.
low board myself.
Kwong says high board, he's going to triple barrel. Low board, he's.
Okay.
That's welcome news. Kwong's to the bet.
Got bailed out.
I got something to work with, man. All right.
Like the just call.
You're right.
Great card. And check again. Kwong probably going to check back. A 6 would be disastrous. Does put a one-liner out there. Let's see if Cobb is going to find any value.
You like the lead there?
Not really. I think it's fine. We're just trying to get looked up by an ace here. That's what this bet's targeting.
Like a jack of clubs or something, man. Take it.
Oh, but he does get paid by the 6. Set.
I'm sure.
Cobb trending in the right direction now. I mean, I don't mind the small bet. Really, because Kwong doesn't have a strong hand ever.
He said hopefully on the last minute. This is the last hand.
Yeah, I mean, you can just, you know, if you get raised, you can
Reevaluate.
Yeah,
I think there's a chance, like, the strong hands Kwong has aren't straights. They raise you because you can have a
I
flush.
just want a hand. We should start it because that's what happened last time. Wait, one more hand. Can we?
They're doing a good game. It is a good game.
It tilts me so hard.
You didn't lose that one though.
This
true. I
is
didn't
very
lose
akin
it,
to
but
our normal
I mean, I
2-5
was sweating it.
game.
So that's good for you.
Although we do have an occasional
I
rough
went to the gym today already.
rough
I've done
groups
my
where it's
sweat.
a bunch of ringers. Stars don't always line up perfectly. Sometimes people are out, and the ringers are all.
It's not a huge deal. I still gotta finish it.
Still fun game. Great group of guys.
She's like the fastest one probably out of all like
Amanda's good.
they're fun to watch. They always take care of our dealers. They pre-tip our dealers, make sure that they're taken care of. So we appreciate them a ton.
I'm gonna open up Queen Jack. Robert with a pair.
It up like a stop sign. Oh shit! Am I
Gonna
Oh,
call
he's been
him.
quiet for a minute.
Yeah.
Nice to hear from him.
Batman King High. Good enough. Catman's been quiet for a while too. Double Queen Deuce folded. And it still comes Queen High. It's Queen 10 3.
Show your card in a game. After you win the pod, you have to show it.
We're even gonna bet pretty sizably.
You have to
Robert gonna call with just a pair.
Wait, anytime?
No set.
No, for
No,
the
just
Catman holds his gut shot and over.
Just the first hand you win, show it, and then you're good.
I got it. Sometimes people forget to show and they.
Also, if you bust before the game ends and you want to leave, you still gotta.
Yeah,
pay,
that's.
Got it.
You would think that people would have a problem with
We've run into
that.
that a few times.
The turn is the 6 of hearts.
420. I won't advertise that, so people don't get an idea.
Gonna show the goods. Robert gives up. But you would think there wouldn't be a problem with people sniffing
I folded a worse queens.
the Nick game because I mean you're agreeing to pay the penalty, but it's been stiffed before.
I have.
I
I keep having
It's
these
just an
little
honor
errors
thing.
in
Come on,
there,
guys.
like,
Just
I'm
if you're
like,
gonna agree to play the Nick game, just pay up.
100%.
It's not.
I mean,
Very hard to hit a
you
bet.
had fours like twice. You won both of those some way or another. You know.
David Gregory, this stat tracker is accurate. I don't know if you noticed this, but it says he is negative. He is not. His stack is it's his own money. In a lot of cases, when I have a big stack, it's my own money.
With both of you, I
I thought you either flopped the set or had king jack. I shouldn't have bet turn.
You should hit your two pair.
There's no shame in having to buy more.
No. I think it's because
Oh,
when I have like ace king or aces.
Kareem is talking about his ace queen hand versus obviously king jack, saying he shouldn't have bet turn.
It's because I have.
I kind of agree to that sentiment. PJ raising the ace 9 suited. He's came here. He's come here to play. I like it.
And I did have outs.
If you lead, then you fold. Plus, what your jam was it was 800.
Yeah.
Your jam was like 4x, so it was pretty like standard.
Yeah. You're right.
No, I'm barely
Middle pair top kicker versus an open ender.
King queen.
Yeah.
Should go check bet call.
The max before it gets uglier potentially.
Yep.
Or cooler, or you'll go twice and split or whatever.
No heart in either hand.
What a shot. Wow.
Catman gets there in the awkward way.
You just call in the river, makes it
Gonna lead out, targeting a 9 for value.
like shit.
That's what it looks like, yeah.
It's a nightmare.
King queen. I'm supposed to check call that. I mean that.
Gets called.
Super thing value.
I like the bet. I like the bet. Hope everybody out there is having a good evening tonight. Thank you all for joining us for this 2-5 No Limit Hold'em stream. 2-5 No Limit Hold'em stream here at Texas Card House Houston.
No,
Good one.
No, he's never lost it.
Plenty of action.
The worst thing I could
Unfortunately-
do is pick up ace queen and got raised.
Unfortunately, it's not been small action. It's been big action, which is what you want for streams.
Let it go.
The straddles have kind of made everything big action.
I mean, if I go
even the
left,
single
you might
raise
go-
spots.
I'm not going
Let's say that I go
Absolutely.
like
When you get up to 80 in the dark.
Then I might just call.
What's the most you've ever straddled for?
But you see, like
Most
625.
I've straddled for? Probably
Use
just,
that big enough
probably
where I'm
just
like, it's
a
ripper
double,
fold.
maybe a triple.
Double?
I
Yeah.
would like you to.
That's good.
But it
You should
almost
stop there.
made me feel because I'm like, what?
I mean, I don't.
But
really,
I'm getting
I
out of the
still don't want
habit.
to call it.
A lot of
more I
rooms
thought
here
about
like
it, I'm
let you button straddle.
75% chance I'm
We
flipping,
prefer the
and
under the
like
gun here at TCH,
25%
so
chance that
Not even just prefer. We no longer allow the button straddle.
I don't need to
It is
250.
banned in this room. Under the gun
I was
only.
close to ripping.
I hear both sides of it.
I truly think it's better for the game.
Do you snap if I rip it? Yeah.
The button straddle provides too much power, especially in games where not everybody's straddling.
You know I don't put it in
That's the
that
most
height
important
usually.
part. So it lets players that understand straddling and
there when,
poker
like, it
just
was,
take
like,
advantage
Juicy
of
and Hater.
more casual
Remember
players.
the
I think it's a really predatory thing.
Remember Hater and Kings and Juicy
That being
and
said,
Hater
in
takes
a more balanced game where everybody's better, it's
'cause it
not
was like- 'cause it was
it's
like
not as bad,
I
but
would
it's still
say
pretty
you
bad
just,
because getting
I mean, we talked to Juicy afterward too.
You did.
And we're just saying like he's just.
that's exactly what you want when you put 640 on. I think the most I've had is the 320.
Yeah, to be involved in the
Yeah,
pot.
5, 5, 10,
It was
20,
kind of
40,
like-
80,
happens, like
160. Yeah, I was the 320.
Wow.
I've been the 320 twice, I think, and I think both times I've lost a lot of money in the end. I know one time it was against Ambrose, and Ambrose folded. He was the 160, and it folded to him, and he made it like 1,000, and I only had like 4,000 in my stack, so I just ripped him on him with queen deuce. No, because he's capable of opening light there. And I thought there was a little bit of fold equity, but he just had ace king, you know. Ran it twice. I'm just dead on both flops.
And the rich get richer, huh?
Yeah.
And I understand why you made it that
That was a fun one.
But I'm saying from hating
with his tag and everything.
I mean, I like your line of thinking.
I honestly,
I was willing to gamble.
On a lot, which is part of the reason.
it is a fine.
Didn't pay off.
Which means I should have folded.
Hey, you had 2 live cards.
They were very live pre-flop. They were not very live on either flop. The first board was a 3 flush board, and he had the dry guy. And then I got turned dead. The second board, he flopped top 2 pair, and I was dead.
I called 1100.
Catman
I called 1100 already, and then why would you
calling $40 raise with ace king. Cobb trying to get rid of his net button.
Okay, check high, sure.
You did tell me earlier that Catman likes to limp back raise those monster hands. So.
Oh yeah, he does a good job of mixing his limping with bad hands too. So whether or not his intention is, I mean, his intention is definitely to be balanced. He's pretty well balanced with this.
If he just calls, yeah, you bought top set against you.
Dream open-ended with big leg, top 2 pair for Cobb. Let's see if he can get some money back. Gonna put some money in. Gonna bet 100, a little over half.
Scream open end is probably going to come along here.
Most certainly, worth 1 bet.
Does the king of diamonds working for Catman?
Oh, that doesn't matter.
He's not
Yeah.
folded.
My hand's gonna hit the muck, so clean turn for Cobb. Gonna continue betting for value. See which size he chooses.
How much is Kareem
Over
about to
bets.
call
I
here?
like it.
Ah, damn.
Yeah, you want to get secret down.
A lot of Cream's hands are just drawing hands, though. This is the street
225.
you're gonna get value from. No cooler for Cobb.
Okay.
No river had to be seen.
I like the B75, so 75%.
Wasn't it time you would have preferred the smaller size?
No,
I don't like the audit.
when players are like in that spot, Kareem is heavily the way he played the hand. He's heavily leaning towards 1 pair. That's just an 8 or a drawing hand. The drawing hand's not going to pay you 2 more strikes. They're only going to pay you that 1. And the 1 pair hand is very likely only going to do the same thing 2. So since you have the best
I
hand,
just like to
that's the spot you're going to get the most value from.
Oh yeah.
And if they fold, they fold.
Because I'm not gonna.
And you can balance that. I'm not saying Cobb does that with just 8-7. I'm saying if Cobb himself had a drawing hand, he can do that too. It's a great spot to implement an overball when someone's range is so severely capped.
Yeah,
No
100%,
set, no
I tell you.
bet, no ace, no raise.
A good bet.
You win a lot of money in Houston. You remember?
Price, when you can do one of those 1 chip, that it ends up being so suspicious either way. You either, you know, it's like you said, there's some drawing hands that he could have had. He could be on either side of it.
Huang just calling with ace king suited. Evan getting in there with jack 2. Oh
my god.
Top and bottom for Noah. Top pair, top kicker, nut flush draw. Noah bets small. Gets check raised by Kwong here. Most certainly not going to fold right now. Going to call. Play turn.
Kareem, were you drawing that there?
No. Great card for Noah.
More than 4.
Let's see what sizing Noah chooses.
Hey, come on.
Goes half.
I don't think.
I really thought you. I don't know. There were so many draws. I thought.
Kwong's hand too strong to fold.
It's like straight draw, flush draw.
Yeah, no, there's lots of different drawings.
Clean for Noah. Good run out. Let's see if he can get any more value.
Last stream, I turned the flush draw.
The way Kwong has played this, we really only lose to 8-9 of hearts.
I know he has to say.
I don't think he plays ace-10 this way. I don't think he plays a set of 10s or a set of 4s. I like this bet by Noah. It's a little more than 12.35.
He says good fold. I watched the stream later. He hit quad.
I was thinking about 9-8 of hearts right when you said it, but again, that's only 1 combination of hands. So
Yeah, and there's so many other hands he has. I don't think he plays ace-7 this way. I mean, we could lose to ace-6 of hearts.
I have no club.
That's okay. There's 2 combos of hands, but he just has a ton of other hands.
He's gonna watch this on his like flight to.
You have 9 of hearts or a 6 of hearts. Congratulations.
You have my money, yeah.
GG's.
Was
Yeah.
on flight though. Oh, he's with his wife on.
But it's just like a disaster if Kwong has this hand and
No, how
you
want
don't
me
get
to
the
pay?
max.
What color chip?
What color? No. I've never had someone ask me that before.
What color chips do you want?
21. 22.75.
Black or what? You're getting this hot shit.
22.75.
He's gonna give him a yellow one.
Who's in there?
I think this is a hand where where blockers do end up mattering from Kwong's perspective. I would want No to have both those cards.
Right.
Oh, but he makes the call. No shows him the bad news. Nice double up by Noah. Big pickup.
Yeah, huge hand for him.
Huge hand.
Sheesh. No. Woo. Wonderful river, wonderful death.
Good clean run out for him to get paid.
That put him at the top of the leaderboard now.
Yeah?
I wish I watched that whole hand. All I saw
No longer up $3.
You get to rewatch it.
It's interesting that Kwong didn't 3-bet ace king suited pre-flop.
Yeah, it could have alleviated some of that.
From a button raise
Instead of
from Noah,
Vegas and the Mirage, I was thinking about.
I'm going to 3-bet him all the time, all day long with
HV
ace king of hearts.
But you know, if one heart comes or the king comes, he wants a big hand the other direction. So
I'm not trying to be results oriented towards it. I just meant that's a hand I want to build the pot with.
oh no, of course. You never want to be results based, but you know, if he wanted to trap, right? He had kind of the trap he wanted. It just didn't have the
results. Yeah.
Didn't have the result at the end of the day.
Noah folding 10-9 suited after winning that big one. Oh, Robert opened under the gun. That makes a lot more sense. Andrew, the 3-bet wheel ace with his nip button. Not gonna work. Robert's gonna at least see a flop in position.
Nip buttons have cost me tens of thousands of dollars. For sure.
Yep, they're plenty deep to check flops with pocket pairs.
And it's not that large of a raise. Andrew trying to make ace-4 work for him, just like Noah did.
Hot hand. Looks like Kwong is going to be replacing that last bet, at least.
Not afraid to add on. No set. 5's still the best hand. Andrew can rep this board pretty credibly. This will be a bet to take it if he wants to breathe at the spot.
Are you going to go for a bigger sizing here?
Small sizing.
Just keep small.
Quarter pot. You can bet $125. Yeah, 155. That's good. Like,
Robert might get curious and see if he can hit a set on the turn again.
Do you want to hit a set on the turn? There's, I don't.
Nah.
When someone can have all of the kings and queens in the deck and you turn your set.
True. You could already be drawing dead.
Yeah.
Could already be drawing dead. The knit button though, he did have a knit button, so that could.
I just think it's a spot where you just whatever.
Yeah.
And there's also the inverse of that, where when you do hit your set, when he has a hand like ace-4, you're just not making any money. That's another problem. So I don't mind the fold, even though it's very easy for you to have the best hand.
Yeah, you could have the best hand. You're not getting a terrible price, but like you said, just the safer play.
Good hand.
The right play. I was talking with somebody at the table the other day. Sometimes in poker, it's not necessarily it's hard to always do the right thing, or there may not be a right play, but sometimes there is a wrong play. So it's
sometimes the right play is not fun.
That is true.
And that's a big thing about poker. is when the right play is not fun.
Somehow you're still gonna find a way to win.
Then,
You got the best
it's kind of disastrous.
Hey, next time ask Noah how you want it.
A lot of people play poker to have fun.
That is true.
Damn, he turned red.
How you like it?
Having fun can be
how you
costly,
want
though.
it,
That's the
Noah?
one
I got
thing.
no comment, man.
How you want it?
I got no comment. No comment.
He was just glad he didn't snap.
I think I would have been glad even if he snapped, because
Snap's a nightmare.
in that hand, I'm not super ecstatic, but like there's so many hands. Once again, he has really only lose to 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the small stack. It's like
Go to the cage and get more.
7. It's like a show off.
I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, nobody has anything.
Evan's gonna take it down. Get rid of that nit button with 9 high like a boss.
I was gonna say that's one of those times where like the way the board is, a 4 is a nice little card to have. Just
But who else has a net button? God.
You
take a couple stabs, gets it done.
CT.
Seabass is picking it up. I mean, if that guy right there is Seabass.
Who does still have nit buttons?
Tried.
I know Kwong does.
Whatever.
I think Catman does.
Catman with a knit button? Say it ain't so.
Yeah, the 3rd game he didn't get rid of it. The first 2 he got rid of it first hand. This one he still got it.
We gotta keep the 40-80 on. That's the only chance I can win, man. Like, if we
Shortest stack
pick a
is
10,
PJ at 1.2k. The next shortest stack is Cobb at 2.7.
literally dead.
I mean, this is what Texas poker is.
10, you're allowed to make it like 300.
Catman saying that he's drawing dead if he doesn't maximum straddle. Like it's just, you know, you got to do your thing.
In line though.
No, I'm kept straddle.
He's saying
It is on an uncapped straddle.
If he goes 40,
Viewers,
you could go 200.
If you want, you don't have to straddle for $10. It's at least $10. You want to straddle for $1,000? Straddle for $1,000.
Normally we call that the 10.
He is the only person who's really done
I was
it.
trying to compete in a fair
We had a couple
platform,
people
but
straddle.
now you guys
Like, 2,500.
Like, I guess I'm
I
all
mean,
in.
this is more or less the Catman
Normally
show.
this is what I do all the time. I'm like you see 500.
Yeah, that's what I said, 2,500.
I haven't done any of it today.
Nit button, you're gonna play in. If it's got a premium, is he gonna bump it up? Just gonna call, he's gonna bump it up. This is a small 3-bet too.
Was it 200 to 25?
175.
Oh,
This
wow.
is incredibly small. From a button raise and a caller. Andrew's getting a great price now in position. Most certainly gonna peel. And this might bring along Kwong. Kwong's stuck. Definitely willing to gamble. Still got his nib button.
Starting to believe that
175 total.
they're most talented
Yeah,
players.
no.
They're definitely not calling
Yeah.
the 60 to fold to 175, so
I don't know enough.
The dude just slammed the ball.
let's all see
And
it.
first, their hands doing
He's a rookie.
pretty good.
Yeah, super live.
And
Not
Evan just
anymore.
flops them
Very raw, very young.
in
very
bad
good.
shape.
Yeah,
Like, he
flops
gets
them very
better.
thin. Not
The
dead.
team is
Not dead,
comes
just
together
very
better
thin.
with him.
See what he
They
wants
have
to
other
do.
people who score, are more reliable scorers and more reliable, but like he's sort of the X
Go
factor
big?
right now. Like
No.
if he were to pop,
Yeah, he's gonna go big.
He's starting to a little bit. What's the number? He's number 1.
Yeah, Bella.
Really trying to cooler someone with another jack.
Yeah, when he starts
See
to
if
pop,
Andrew wants to get speculative here.
Yeah, 33-point career high.
I've never been there, but
He's all of a sudden a lot better than he did.
I would
even,
dislike
Raymond
this call on the flop more than I would have disliked Bobby's, if that makes sense. I don't know if you agree.
So I disagree with that.
You disagree?
Yeah, because when we turn a 6 here, we're now ahead of aces, kings, queens, and we're only losing to jacks and sevens. And our hand is is even more disguised for value. So we're much more likely to get big bets from aces, kings, queens, even ace jack. We can get super big bets. Whereas like in the other hand, when we turn our set, even aces, it's going to be hard to get super big bets all the way through because our hand looks as strong as it is.
Okay.
where do you have 3 though? Oh, okay. Nice.
I wish he had stayed there.
Yeah, I had a friend or two that did that.
I don't, but for that sizing, I'm not floating.
Yeah, to me, I
It's
was
just
thinking it
so
was the
big.
sizing
It's
thing.
just such a big sizing.
Yeah, I was thinking the sizing thing for sure, but what you said also makes sense,
argue
100%.
PTOS either.
As much as you want
do
to
get that true color
2-outer for that massive pot, because it will be a massive pot if you hit a 6. it just comes down to, is it worth it long term? But
Yeah,
sometimes
but-
people want to gamble.
Yes, sir.
I'm guilty of that.
Price.
You say raise?
Price.
Priced in. Not a real thing, but
Yeah, I will.
Warning.
Heated. I will be more clear.
8s, way out in front. No jack. No top pair.
You're doing pretty good.
We've actually got an open ender for Cobb. With a gut shot for Noah.
Wait, why is that? Cobb taking the lead on this turn. Very interesting lead. Noah just gonna fold. Got a bunch of people behind him. Catman most certainly gonna call.
Wait, why would that be?
Gets there. Finally, some run good for Cobb. Let's see if he can get some money. You're floating there every time negative EV play all day, baby. You can do whatever you want. Part of the beauty of poker.
That's 275.
Not his sizing that I thought Cobb was going to take. He really just doesn't want a 10 to fold. And in this case, he doesn't want 8s to fold. He knows what the Catman has. He's really targeting this hand. He just hands him the money. Catman's instincts are right. Cobb had some bullshit on the turn, but
I was right.
yeah, not on the river.
Was bluffing on the turn.
Catman also reloading, now sitting at a beautiful $15,000.
I did.
He added
when they
10K.
panned,
He
yeah, I
added
saw a lot
10K.
of yellows. I was gonna say something about that.
Added half a stack of yellows to get a dealer change in.
Pew, pew, pew.
Really conflict on how greedy to get.
I thought Cobb played the bet sizing game very well in that hand. Really targeting the weaker hands, and the stronger hands are going to call that sizing too, anyways. A queen, but you really don't want a 10 to fold. You don't want 8s to fold. I
told my girlfriend.
That's what Tim's hand kind of looks like.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the deuce isn't supposed to help anybody, so.
And if it does, and you get raised, then you can put more money in the pot.
I was checking out that fucking waiter and said you're fucking single. Goodbye.
These stacks have gotten very healthy with all of these add-ons.
Yeah.
Be nice to your boyfriend. He's only got eyes for you. He loves you very much. He told me off the stream he wouldn't stop talking about you. He's a little embarrassed to talk about you on the stream, but he told me he loves you very much.
Yeah, but that's kind of part of the fun.
Is Noah talking?
He was definitely doing that on purpose to the mic.
I think he.
But I don't know who he was talking to, who it was directed to.
I'm okay with you putting him on tilt because he's playing a little too good, but still fucked up.
I'm gonna have to ask him. I'm curious.
I have a suspicion. I have an interesting boyfriend who was probably talking to Noah. But we'll see. I don't know. I have no idea.
University of Houston.
You are Houston. You get your master's or your?
Am I gonna raise it up?
Going to? Are you going
I'm graduating this summer and then
Cobb gonna call.
looking to try to get into a master's program.
What are you thinking? UT?
Noah with the premium. He's gonna bump it up.
Connection works too.
Kareem now in a weird spot with 8s.
I don't. I've
See if he wants to
considered online
gamble.
Too, just flexibility.
Kareem going for the limp 4-bet.
That's 40. I'm not getting back.
Catman folds, Cobb folds. See how Noah wants to play this. Noah, these players are very deep. I mean, they're flipping, but this is very strong. Noah gonna make the call. I like it.
Got me popcorn.
A lot of this is, if Noah were to 5-bet shove, he's really only getting called by better.
Where'd you go to school?
Great flop for Noah.
How you?
doesn't really care about it being monotone.
Emery Weiner.
Kareem now has to figure out
Yeah, you know
if he wants to turn his hand into a bluff.
Are you know?
No, one of my partners.
And I think
What's the name?
Noah is going to rip it.
Yeah,
First name?
Jonathan.
A lot of the hands. So Kareem could have ace queen with the queen of spades, ace king with the king of spades, but he could also have kings and queens with spades. And
Still might know family members. I know a
so
lot of
I could see him doing both. I could see him ripping it, and I could see him calling. Does make the call. It's such a small bet.
Family, a lot of you, I know a lot
You know,
of
I will say, just like what you said about him maybe ripping or seeing a flop, I think Kareem is one of the players that he wanted to take a flop with. There's a lot of other players in the room that Noah would have ripped it in their face, but
Kareem is most likely going to check his back and take a river. Noah's hand is going to be aces sometimes, in big pairs with spades a lot. So he's trying to get the big pairs to fold that aren't, because this is never going to get ace king to fold. But it could get jacks, no spade, kings, queens, no spade to fold. That's really what he's targeting with this bet.
Oh, I've heard about that. I need to watch that. I haven't seen it. Yeah,
So
it's like Adam Brody.
They call the white girl. They call her something.
Kareem's stack size is so weird. It's such an unusual spot.
A non-Jewish white girl that he's dating.
Decides to just call.
It's a no-no.
Looking for a clean river.
Yeah.
Gets it. Clean-ish.
Oh, yeah, my grandparents use that term, but I'm not.
He still can't fold, but Kareem is going to give up. We don't have a lot of showdown value, but we don't have a lot of bluff equity here.
Yeah, they probably say shit like boy bay.
He has.
It's good. They did a good job.
Yeah.
even one of those hands you were talking about, he might have been targeting the queen of
Yeah,
spades,
just got there.
filled
Yeah.
up, yeah.
So well played by Noah. Kareem knew where he was at pre-flop. Really knew what he was doing, targeting post-flop. Noah, for any sizing, is not folding that hand.
It's like somehow derogatory, but like it's everyone but us.
Well played by both players. I liked what Kareem was trying to do.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. And he was definitely light if another spade came.
It's not a deal breaker for me, but I'm late until after my grandparents don't pass.
Make them. It would be easier, right? Much easier.
Because they just want Jewish great. Like they want great.
If Kareem had shoved, he's really representing aces and queens. Not a flush, just aces and queens. I don't know if I don't know what Noah would have done had Kareem shoved with that hand.
It would have been tough. It would have been
It's
a spot to think.
I think had the river been another low card like a deuce or something, it's a call. But the queen specifically. Cobb now with kings versus Andrew's ace jack suited. Noah lets his fives go.
Seeing some big hands here.
Right towards the tail end of the stream, this is great for us. Great for y'all. Good action to close on. Top set. But not dead. Andrew with a gut shot and a backdoor flush draw are going to continue at least one street.
Definitely.
Especially in position. For this price, as deep as they are, Andrew's definitely going to peel one off. To turn. Great card for Cobb. Now he can't lose this hand. Question is, how do I get the most value out of what Andrew has? And this is just a tough board for him to get the most value out of what Andrew has. Does check. See if Andrew's going to bet, try and get a hand like jacks or tens to fold. Even ace queen. Small bet.
No, I say like USD, but not whole stack will be in play.
Alright. Cobb thinking his options through.
Did you not see the last spot?
Guess he's thinking how many rivers Andrew will really bet again if he just calls.
I mean,
I think
not on that river. It's just going to be so hard.
On the river.
Yeah, Andrew just releases immediately. Cobb said. It just means Andrew had nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine.
Will you call?
Well, now that I know that I have a chance to end, of course I'm calling.
Now that I have a winner, I'm gonna end up discussing that one with Noah at some point in time. That was an interesting hand.
Oh, the hand versus Kareem?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm 5K behind.
He had like what 30 left.
Because I think the queen is just so hard. It's
the next best.
Yeah, she could probably convert me maybe.
I mean, ace queen with the queen of spades is definitely.
It's not even just that. It's ace queen with the queen of spades and queens now. But when it goes bet small, jam, it's such a strong line on that run out.
Yeah.
Judaism seems like
Definitely one of the more interesting hands.
entails that there actually is. Like just because we're like a small religion, you know, and our people are very passionate in Israel and all that, like the actual, like unless you're either religious, you know, unless you're Orthodox or Hasidic.
Long with a pair and still a nib button.
It's like.
And now the game's getting deeper. Kareem adding another $5 grand. Aces are going around. We've seen aces more in the past hour than we have the other 3 hours.
It's been a lot of premium hands right here towards the end.
Robert getting in there with the 4-3 of spades.
You ended up with her like.
They go high, we go low.
Might not have been, you know.
Catman folding is out. PJ out, Kareem is going to be out.
Like, I like her.
Huang most certainly going to see a flop.
We'll say, I'll never have my children get raised something else. So it's either Jewish or just like non-religious, and that's fine. To be non-religious. I'm not.
我跟大牛说10点半这样。
2 spades. Great for Robert.
我知道，这不提。
Ace is still best on this flop. I can see. Oh, Evan getting sneaky with the check. Robert gonna bet.
护理要多久？
I think he's gonna get 2 customers.
Is Evan looking to check raise here in any?
No,
in
this
any
is not a
way?
board with the ace of spades in our hand and we want to check raise.
Just want to call, realized, yeah. Without the ace of spades, are you raising?
Probably not.
Probably
It's
not.
we either. It's one of those spots where you're way ahead, way behind.
等于我跟他本来说11点，我说早点10点半，他说好。
These equities are very close together.
Robert with a gut shot and a flush draw. Once you start check raising, then you only run into the hands like Robert has, and then sets.
Sure.
But he is choosing to raise, and Robert's not going to fold. It's not a 600 more, and our gut shot is so disguised. A 6 is 6 is going to get so much. Because this pot's huge now.
Yeah.
And you can see Evan, like, this is what I'm saying, Evan's just flipping here. That's a bad turn too for Evan because 8-9 gets there immediately. Outside of an ace, there's really not a turn card you want to see.
Yeah, I mean, with a 10 and a 5 on the board, there's all the straights become, just about all of them, become a possibility.
Does check. I would like to see Robert bet at this. Don't have to bet super big. Can bet half, can bet a little more than half. Because the 1 pair hands are going to have a... Oh, I love it. Great sizing.
1500.
And you can't... You don't really want to rip it in because when you get snaps, you're basically dead. If you're... This is why I was surprised Evan raised just this board and the way that it's going to run out. You having the ace of spades, it's just going to be incredibly hard for you to play for stacks.
Yeah, no good turns other than an ace that really help you.
A king is okay. A queen is okay. Everything else is pretty bad. A five sevens and tens are all great.
Yeah, those are good too.
I love this, but Robert really recognizing that he has this board in great shape in terms of his range.
In a year and like a couple months.
8 months.
So one more hand.
This is a tough spot. Also, if Evan rips it, Robert's kind of priced in to call, too.
Oh, I'm sure.
The way that these hands played out, definitely on this board, it's just a train wreck waiting to happen.
We might not get to see that in the next game.
Yeah, what happened? The streamers and
We just keep playing it, but it'll just be off stream.
Yeah, I think that's like two player waiting.
These guys are sounding like we might quit, but these guys, they're enjoying this game way too much. It's gotten way too good. They have no intentions of quitting.
Oh, this game's going to continue well past stream.
Yeah, I don't think they'd want to. I think we'd all keep playing.
If I didn't have stuff to do tomorrow, I might play.
Oh no. Yeah, you gotta drive to San Antonio.
Actually, I'm not driving until Saturday. I just have to get up early.
He calls.
Does make the call. This is going to make rivers dicey. I wonder if Robert has it in him to bluff.
Well, Robert has it in him for sure. Let's just see what the card is.
It's a big pot. Evan really calling for the board to pair.
Safe card.
That's not that safe of a card.
Well, we know that it's safe,
Yeah.
but he does not necessarily know that.
He rips it. I am shocked at this.
Oh.
He just didn't want to let Robert bluff.
Can't call. Good in.
Best hand holds up. It's an interesting hand.
Good in.
Oh, you missed. Sorry.
Aces hold. It's an interesting spot for him to shove the river because I don't think anything worse is ever calling you. And I think he just didn't want to get bluffed off the hand.
Yeah, he did not want to have to call.
If it's worth literally anything,
Just leave it in the hands of the poker gods if the king helped him.
it's really worth anything.
I don't think the king changes enough to. I mean,
All the
king
hands that
running spades. Like if you had king 10 of spades or something and he runs two pair, that changes it. But like,
I think the stream is
I love the way Robert constructed the hand.
this one.
Andrew, just
I mean, the stream
why
ends
not?
on the game.
Andrew, Evan just wasn't in the mood to fold, and sometimes it'd be like that.
I mean,
and
you
he
guys-
had the best hand.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like the nip button.
I mean, I think Robert did a great job of applying maximum pressure with the hand that he
Check
had.
when you thought about
I do too.
I had a shove, so I had a jam.
Well, the only reason
Yeah,
you wouldn't is
I-
because the pot compared to your stack is just.
I agree. If
You still have enough to.
I mean,
You have over half pot.
not really. You're right.
if Evan checks, Robert has to jam, and he acknowledged that. He's like, if he checks, I have to jam,
Yeah.
and it's true.
Yeah.
You have 4 high. You're just gonna give up? No. There's so much money in
You
the
say what
pot.
you have, Bobby?
Way too much.
He didn't say. Well, he said he missed.
I had
Another
fun,
monster
but I
hand.
got a
Ace
fold.
queen of diamonds.
I was trying to get him to fold. Like I really just wanted him to fold.
Well, yeah. When you have 4 high, you definitely just want
Probably
people to
a little
fold.
light.
Yes.
1500 is probably a little light. Might need to be a little heavier.
I thought you were strong.
I thought you were.
These guys have really put on a show for us.
Yeah.
Someone think for about a minute and a half.
Got
There's a
big.
lot of interesting hands. Just, I mean, the hands have been very interesting. A lot of
Well,
decisions.
he might have had the nuts and thought about it.
Never
Three
call
bet
your
jam.
hand.
People don't think the Hollywood that long. Though.
That's the only thing. He might have had the nuts.
Interesting
and he
lines.
decided to travel it.
Maybe 10 because he's tricky.
9 high, bottom pair, nut flush draw for Cobb, top pair for Robert. No one with anything else. These two are definitely going to see a turn together. Robert can turn hearts too. See how Cobb wants to play it. Just calls. Wants to let other people come in. A great card for Robert. Checks. See if Cobb wants to take showdown or take the betting initiative.
There will be more fireworks. Okay.
Does elect to Bobby get there top two pair. Definitely in love with his hand now. Now to see if he can get some value out of it. Cobb has just enough hand that he may get curious.
Depending on the price.
Yeah.
Not very expensive.
Yeah, this is just enough hand for Cobb to maybe get curious.
Not good in calling a raise. I think I'm stuck.
Let's go.
Oh, wow.
He was right. I'm not good, and you're calling a raise.
He might have folded.
I had a deuce.
With that, we've received word this will be the last hand for y'all this evening. Thank everybody for joining us tonight. Been a great stream. Fantastic last hour in the booth. Tons of action.
Yeah, it's been really fun. Thank you for answering all of my questions.
That's what I'm here for.
You still probably call. I never had
All I'm useful for.
So you're not getting counter. You're not getting counterfeit.
I mean, you do leg day, so you can move some furniture.
That's true. Actually, the last time
It's a great run out for your
I moved furniture, I could. One of my friends called me and said, "Could you help me move furniture?" And when I helped him move furniture, I realized I could have done it all by myself.
All right.
It wasn't heavy furniture. It was just he hadn't worked out in a while. It wasn't big furniture. It was but it was big enough that it was more bulky than heavy.
Right, for sure. Sometimes you just need an extra set of hands for balance.
Robert with queens, Noah with jacks.
Oh no.
We're gonna play a pot. We got a last hand for y'all. See how Robert wants to play it?
Guys, I mean, I feel like should the stream even end? This is too good.
Oh,
right
it's
now.
gonna go up. A 4-bet incoming. Noah's not gonna fold to this bet just yet. It's a small 4-bet too. Gonna call. Take a flop.
Brother, I'll take it a step further. Life is more enjoyable. Those things are fucking sucking us dry.
Yeah.
It's just like two.
Just middle set for Noah. Ace high board for Robert. He's gonna lose the minimum. Noah running good this stream.
Absolutely.
And it's just like so hard to be bored for like 3 seconds. Dude, I catch myself like.
Checks to him, he's gonna bet.
For no reason, like.
We go from like long ass shows.
It's so easy to check random shit. Sports.
Robert not gonna give up just yet, but he needs a lot of help.
Yeah.
Only one queen left in the deck against the queen of hearts. That's not it.
Bro, I feel like.
Noah certainly go for another street.
I feel like 80% of the time I even fucking pee. I'm like, well, I got an extra 3 seconds here.
Robert probably can't call a ton here, but if he goes small, maybe 300-400.
It depends on what Noah is targeting. I mean, Robert's hand looks a lot like kings and queens. There's all sorts of weird stuff in this hand. In this sense, yeah.
It's a drug addiction, bro. Like, just because it's an endogenous drug doesn't mean it's not a drug, you know?
700 setting up for a shove on the river.
Cocaine or something every time.
Robert just not a believer, making the call. Noah getting max value from queens on an ace high board. This is
allegedly. Allegedly.
I wonder what Robert's planning to do is if an ace hits the river. Clean run up for Noah. I was gonna say if an ace hits the river.
No big chips.
And not a good spot for 2 queens. I don't think Noah's just ever blasting away here on this board, but he could be, especially like I said when Robert's hand looks exactly like what it is.
The only hands that really come to mind, maybe a king 10 of hearts could turn this into.
This is where blockers matter, where you wouldn't want to have a heart.
Right.
If you're gonna make a call like this is where a blocker. Like if I had queens with a queen of hearts, my hand would hit the mug.
Right.
need 3 minutes.
Give you 4.
3 minutes announced.
I mean, I thought you had a hard draw. Just smooth call me. You don't have.
I think even if Noah just smooth calls, Noah could have aces. He could have nines. He could have jacks. I think he could have all 3 of those hands. I think he could have ace jack suited with some frequency too.
Yeah. It's hard to let a big pair go.
It is. I mean, sometimes you just get really frustrated, especially after losing that big pot. I think this is.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate sequence of events. And almost back-to-back hands.
Basically, anything that feels sketchy is sketchy.
I think Kareem just said basically anything that feels sketchy is sketchy.
Things you probably already know.
It's a interesting thing to say at a poker table. Is it?
Never can let it go.
He makes the call. Noah gets paid. What a big hand for Noah. And what a way to end the stream. What a way to end the stream. Thank you again, everybody, for joining us. We'll hope to see you next time. That's it for me. You have any parting words of wisdom?
No, bye guys. See you guys at the Trailblazers coming up, either in Dallas or in Houston. I look forward to meeting you guys.
We'll see you guys later. Have a good evening.